Looks like we're going live. We are live.
We're live?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
I mean, nobody's paying attention at this moment. We are live.
It's all good.
So I guess the question would be, how do we go about seeing our, on those little sides I see? We're good.
I got some, we got some friends. Well, I just, if you're chiming in, sorry for being a little bit late, but I just want to introduce you to the first ever, we're still thinking of a name, but it's our...
As of right now, just StangMode's podcast.
It's StangMode and Talent Chaser, but we're trying to see what's going on. What we wanted to do was, we're going to just go through some topics today that are relevant in the car community and the YouTube community. We're going to go through those topics. He's a Mopar guy. I'm a Mustang guy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through, banter a bit. We'll also have an awesome opportunity at the end of this to go through and answer all of your questions. There's a where you can leave, we can go back and forth to answer your questions. We still will look at the chat and chime in with what you're saying, but we're going to talk about some fun things. We're going to talk about the new Shelby GT500 because we know that Venom will kill demons. You know, it's happening. We'll save it. And then we're going to talk about the Hellcat Red Eye and what that means to a demon owner in Tunnel Chaser. The new C8. Also, this call-out that everyone knows about but no one knows anything about that's coming out October 20th. And then, of course, we'll end with your questions. So...
yeah, so if you guys don't know, we are broadcasting on both our channels. If you're watching on mine, the 5 people that are there now, thank you very much. Or 10. And if you're watching on StangMode, so you may get a little confused, or maybe some comments that we're answering on each other's channels. And that's really it. And I'm just really happy to tell you how wonderful Dodge is.
Yeah, listen, I do like Mopar. I do.
And I like Mustang.
I do. I just don't love Mopar like I love Mustang.
It's the same. I mean, you guys definitely lost your roots with the whole lost your muscle roots.
Okay.
Went a little too Honda looking for me, but
let's just put the cards on the table right now that you wouldn't be wearing that Demon Hound if it wasn't for the Shelby GT500. Nor would the Hellcat exist. I mean, I do think Mopar owes a lot to the Mustang engineers and performance team, because if it wasn't for the 662 Shelby GT500, which changed the game, that forced Mopar to say, "Listen, we gotta get in our game." And to their credit, they did. The Hellcat was amazing at 707, and again, the Demon stepped it up, and now we have the Red Eye coming out. But before we get to the singing and praises of Mopar, we definitely want to talk about this Venom Kills Demons. Obviously, I'm wearing the T-shirt. Most people know what that means from Jim Owens saying that. So I'll open the mic to you up. What were your thoughts as a demon owner hearing that beautiful phrase from Jim Owens from Ford that said, "Listen, that was slid to him and said Venom kills demon." What does that mean to you?
Well, at first, I really was. I was hurting. I was hurting. There was pain. There was a sink in the heart. You know, when you thought you bought the most powerful car, and I mean, I was happy. I mean, I'm anything that's going to be more and more powerful, I'm going to be happy about. Whether it's a Ford or whatever, it's going to be amazing. It's exciting. But knowing that I just bought the Demon is why it really hit me. But later to find out that it's not going to be any more powerful, so I'm okay with it right now.
Now, when you said later to find out it's not going to be any more powerful, what source are you referencing? That leaked image?
Oh, no. Him himself that was concerned about possibly losing his job for saying that.
Okay. You know, that's one thing I will give, you know, it's a little bit, I guess, I don't know if the word is annoying, but like disheartening is that if you're going to say a statement like that, let's own it. It's been a calling card of a lot of Mustang enthusiasts like myself. Venom Kills Demons, by the way. It's available on Teespring. But hoodies are available for the fall. All kidding aside. But, you know, Ford has really exhausted their time with this particular product. And it's at a point where if it does not meet the expectation of Venom Kills Demons, we'll be sorely disappointed. The hype has gotten to a point. Some people are even over the hype. You know, it's kind of been so much. I have had the awesome opportunity and pleasure to make some contacts to Ford through the YouTube channel. So thank you for the support of the channel. And there's some things, and I don't want to reveal too much, but I wouldn't make a fool out of myself. And I do that quite frequently, but I wouldn't make a fool of myself and wear this shirt everywhere and keep saying it if I didn't know something was true about that statement. So I'm just going to say that right here, right now, that, you know, I'm repping this for a reason. It's not just because I think it's a cool phrase. And actually, Venom killing demon is a totally weird thing because Venom is a physical, you know, serum, you know, poison. And
yeah, but I mean, demons are mythical.
Demons are mythical. If anything, be like holy water kills demons, something like that. But I'm willing to take Venom kills demons, even though it doesn't.
Ford's marketing sucks.
Listen, I'm jealous. When the Demon came out last year, I was sitting there watching Vin Diesel,
which is horrible.
I like how they owned Vin Diesel because of Fast and Furious. But you know, The Rock's a Ford man, by the way. So Ford was smart. They do some kind of something with that.
They did use him actually for the new. They put the Bronco. What do they call it when the car's not made yet? The
pre-production or
whatever.
Yeah.
For so the Ford Bronco in that movie with the giant ape, whatever the heck that was called.
Oh, Rampage.
Yeah. So they actually have him using that in there. But you got someone cool. You know, you got the newest action.
Let me say something right now. Ford always gets cool people. You know, including the StangMode channel. No, Ford does a good job with. They have a lot of people. I don't know. I just watched the latest Jay Leno upload, and he had Jim Caviezel, who did play Christ in Passion of the Christ, and he's a Mustang guy. Now let's
I just have to stop you for one.
Let's just see what's going on. Okay, go ahead.
Venom kills crowds. I love it.
All right, so
go ahead.
You know, Jim Caviezel, who did play Jesus Christ, drives a Mustang Shelby. Mm-hmm. So we want to take Venom kills demon. We can take it a little bit further. That Jesus does drive a Mustang. It's true. He comes in the end with the Colt, so it is believed to be a Mustang. But
you know, Dodge is working on. I think they got a patent or whatever it is, or branding for Angel.
Really?
Yeah. So that's been talk of the town amongst Mopar guys.
Branding for the Angel, like movies? Or?
Yeah, like what do you do when you what do you do when you end up patenting a name? I guess it's a patent. I'm not sure if it's a patent.
Mm-hmm.
Trademark. So they apparently got the name Angel, and during the time that it got the Dodge Demon, so people were like speculating whether it was going to be just somebody worried that Ford would come out with something like the Angel, or if they're actually going to produce something called the Angel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let me also say I do see all. I want to make sure I'm not ignoring any of you. I do see all the awesome comments coming in, and just hang tight till the end. We're gonna go and really please give us your feedback with the topics we're discussing. But we will answer a lot of your questions as we get through the topics. Now, if the GT500 is faster, and let me also preface this by saying, and let me educate if any Mopar people are watching.
Did you say fatter?
No. Everyone forgets that Ford has built a purpose-built drag car. And what is that, sir?
The Demon?
No. Ford has built the Cobra Jet.
Oh, and you're right. Well, they did build it, but it's still not a production car.
It's not a production car. It doesn't have a VIN number. But what that tells me is that Ford is more than capable of building a car that can do what the Demon has done.
They just don't want to warrant it because they know it'll fall apart.
The other thing is this: the Demon. Did you guys have upmarking on the Demon? Was there upcharging on that?
Like an ADM over? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Just like the GT500 will.
I heard that Mopar didn't allow that, but I guess it didn't matter.
They tried to work around it, but every dealer they didn't care, or they worked around it. They did some shady backdoor stuff where you pay the MSRP and then you hand them 10 grand cash, 20 grand cash, or something like that.
Okay.
So that they didn't know. If you did pay over MSRP, you were supposed to delay in production, but that was all screwed up too. FCA really screwed that up.
So just to circle back, what I'm hypothesizing is, and again, I don't do anything, but if the Cobra Jet can be built as an 8-second, by the way, a full second and a half faster. What is your guys' claim time? 965. Which has anybody reached that yet? No, I'm asking a question. This is clearly just curious.
No.
Are you gonna be the? Are you gonna reach that?
I'll get a 9.9.
Okay.
I will get a 9.9.
Um.
Beyond that, it's gonna be
So
tough.
now, when you saw that, now let me also preface this by saying I've had the privilege of driving his Dodge Demon. It is phenomenally fast. That's without question. We have seen the Demon kind of be. People have taken shots at it on the streets, and you're well aware of that.
I was one of the starters.
You were one of the ones.
The whole,
if you don't know who Tell 'em Chaser, and he's one of the ones who kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say gave the Demon a bad name.
I did,
but gave the Demon a bad
if anybody,
rap.
I definitely gave the Demon a horrible name.
When you were in Mexico with what was it,
Street
Speed and
well, it was Street Speed. That's where it really took off. Was Street Speed.
Okay.
And I went up against his 570S and his ZR1 on the street, so highway pulls.
Okay.
Now the ZR1, I went back for a second run, and I had supercharger belt, blower belt issues where it was worn down to metal, and it was a lot closer on that second run. I knew what I was doing. I knew the car a little bit better. The 570S on the highway is just not going to happen.
What does that weigh? Like 3,100 pounds? It's
Dude,
like
yeah,
that's
really,
a feather.
Really light.
I'm surprised that he got rid of, and we'll speak freely about Street Speed because I consider him a mutual friend. But I'm surprised he got rid of the ZR1 so quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because he lost to the Black Mama at the drag strip at North Carolina Call Out. We don't know. That's not substantiated, but that's well documented. But anyways, what I do want to talk about is now that we really want you to be the first one that runs 965, right? Is that what you want to do with your Demon before you move on to maybe another product? Or?
Yeah, without modifying it, I don't think I'll ever be able to run a 965. Let's look at how the car was made. The car comes in multiple, three different kind of package settings where you can have like rear seats, front seat, all that stuff. The way that car was ran with, a 120-pound woman in there, I forget her name, but she's a famous Mopar drag racer. She ran that car, and she apparently beat the time for 965, or got the original time for 965. She ran it with the one seat, nothing else in it, the full stripped down package, and the skinnies and the race gas, and who else knows what kind of weird stuff was up.
So you need to have a PCM, race gas, skinnies, and then remove the passenger seat?
Well, not just remove the passenger seat. You gotta remember, even if I remove the passenger seat and the rear seats, their car, when you get that already removed from the factory, it's already lighter because you have the belts out. You have certain wiring isn't there anymore, so you're still losing like 30 pounds in wiring. You're losing like 50 pounds in belts and everything. I can get close to that weight, but then I also now need to lose 160 pounds or something.
No, I'm expecting with the DA getting to a place where the fall weather comes and the DA is negative and there's not much water, grains in the air, that a lot of Demons should be able to accomplish hopefully near or even better that time. We're talking about stock, I'm not talking about, I think SRT Mush put what did he do? He put a nitrous oxide or NOS on his particular car. So
that is right. There's something else that's pretty interesting too. The Demon comes with a side mirror block-off plate.
For wind resistance?
So that's how they actually ran it too. Because you like to talk about it all the time. Have a clean car, get everything nice.
Oh,
and
yeah.
done.
Listen, I'm big into...
Got to go around the car nice and smooth.
I'm into prep. A lot of people, are saying take off the side scoops, take off the rear louvers. And I like my car to function in two ways. Not just to be a race car, but I like to go to the car shows, Cars and Coffee. I like to hard park and go to the drag strip. So... yes, those extra little kind of, 3M tape on pieces, they look cool in a photo, but when you're going to the drag strip, they're just more wind resistance. It's like big air brakes, so you can take them on and off. Now that we're in straight race season.
You actually ran a slower time once you removed all that stuff.
You know what? That's true. I'm wondering if there was something to that. We'll put them back on and see what happens.
That looks like a pain.
It's not. You literally just rip it off and you can put it back on. That 3M tape is, let me tell you something, that 3M tape is crazy.
Oh, it's got to be if it's holding up at what, 130?
No, it's pretty strong. You know what happened when we first, this is a story, when we first kind of really hung out with, it was me, you, Street Speed, and RT Life.
Mm-hmm.
I had the car was at the American Muscle Show because the American Muscle Show, I think was, I forget, June something, June 8th, something like that, June 5th. But I was going to be, the Black Mamba was going to be the MMD booth. They're putting on pre-production parts, a new upper lower grill, a lip, and some hood vents. And you and Rory were like, hey, you want to see a McLaren? And I'm like, where? And then, long story short, they're like, yeah, we're hanging out with Street Speed. Let's hang out and do some things. And I said, I don't have my car. My car is an American Muscle. So luckily, I told American Muscle, like, I need the car.
This dude,
Go ahead.
this dude, he was like, you took the car from the people that are prepping it for your show, right? Is that what happened?
They were
And
it was in
hauled
the warehouse
ass to go meet up with us.
I got a ride over there, and I told the gentleman who is awesome, American Muscle, that I need to have the car with one of the largest automotive YouTube channels like now. And he was like, wait, what? And I said, trust me, it's going to get exposure for your parts. I need to have it, and I want to. And he's like, it's not done yet. We haven't even tested the parts. We got those parts on, and then we went to Mexico that afternoon. we were going pretty fast, and all of a sudden, I brought the car back for the American Muscle. They're like, you tested those at that speed? I was like,
they work.
I was like, well, they work. But it was crazy because the car is American Muscle. We grabbed it, ran up to where you guys were at, hung out with Street Speed, went to Mexico, came back. I had to drive back to the American Muscle Show, then parked the car in the venue. Remember, I left you guys early. Then I had to get an Uber back to the hotel and get ready for the show the next day at the American Muscle Show. And I was tired, and God bless everyone that came to the American Muscle Show. Were so kind, so polite, and, you know, big fan of the Black Mamba, the new look. And I was drained. I was drained that day.
You know what? You're a hustler, because me and RT, we went out there, and when we get with Mike, we get kind of like bullshit.
Yeah.
for no end. I get no footage whatsoever. I never record. You show up, and you made sure they got their product all over this guy's page.
Oh yeah, oh definitely. Yeah. Let me jump in, look at some of the comments, because I know some people are getting antsy that I'm not touching base with them. So let's see. I do want to give a shout out to Speed Addict 731. He's the one who's responsible for getting and helping me get the front skinnies. We haven't run the 10s yet, but I do appreciate him, meeting him at Mustang Week. Let's see. What do we got here? If possible, I'd be very happy with a 2019 Mustang GT Performance Pack 1 from Gabriel Ferris. That's a great car. What did the Stang run before the mods? Wrestling Hero Figs. Yeah, this Mustang ran a 12.1 best on stock tires. And then when I put on the Nitto NT05Rs on the Performance Pack rims on the back, it ran 11.8. So that was what we did. And then, of course, we're still chasing the 10s. We ran 11.3 at 123 with minimal mods. So we're trying to get there. Get cams, man. Again, we're going to get to your comments and your feedback. If you have any questions before we move on from the Venom Kills Demons segment of this particular podcast, let me know if you have any questions. We'll move on to the Red Eye.
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I get a beer?
That's fine with me. I got my coffee. We're not driving, so yeah. I'll have my Super Bowl champion Eagles.
Thank you. We got a production assistant here. Oh, actually, we should mention why we even have all this freaking equipment and why we're able to do this.
Yes. This is. Why don't you go ahead and say thank you?
So, I would like to thank Shabazz and his company, WholesaleBlades.com, who sells a bunch of sporting goods, airsoft, crossbows, all kinds of cool stuff. And he provided us with a lot of this equipment basically within like 2-3 days.
Yeah.
Threw this thing together. And it was all StangMode's idea, and he was backing it. And I don't know. I guess.
No, Shabazz and Tunnel Chaser were.
Oh yeah, you have to. If you haven't,
yeah,
go to my channel and watch. What is it? Honda driver.
Yes.
Honda owner drives Dodge Demon. That's Shabazz. Yes. You'll get a kick out of it.
He's a great gentleman, and he loves cars, and he's helped back this. I don't want to say experiment. We're trying something different. And just guys, give you an idea. We're gonna do this every Wednesday at this time. We're recording these episodes. They'll be available eventually for download on a podcast. For right now, we're streaming them, and we'll keep going. And stay tuned for that information. But the more you watch it, we'll keep producing it. Also, we're gonna have guests.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Not just us two.
Yeah,
I mean, people would love to see us, I'm sure.
I don't know how long they can stand
I
us,
know.
but we will have lots of surprise guests in the
We're
future.
gonna
I don't
have
know if you want to tell any of them, but
yeah, I mean, listen, I'm gonna just say that
we both know a lot of people.
yes, we know a lot of people, and we're gonna try to get them. They're in the car industry.
I'm gonna force them. I don't care if I gotta drug them. They're gonna
they're gonna be here. And also, feel free to request people you want to see on the show that we have weekly. And we'll also do shows at different events. We'll do like a different call-outs or different. Maybe they reveal the GT500. When that happens, we'll do a podcast there. So this is something new. What was born out of this, not to go too much into this, was because you can only do so much. My videos are pretty long. They're about 15 to 20 minutes, and I edit so much out of it, but I love to talk about cars. So this is an opportunity for us where we kind of can just talk to you guys and then let you know what's on our minds. Here we go. Do you think the Shelby GT500 will easily beat the Demon's 840 horsepower? Gabriel Ferris, I mentioned you again. I don't think it's about horsepower. I think it's about speed and quarter-mile time. The reason being is because 840 horsepower is a lot of horsepower, but remember, the Challenger's quite heavy, so they need more power to push that weight. So I think that the power-to-weight ratio, I believe Demon will probably have that W, but when you start factoring the power-to-weight ratio, it will still be faster.
If you guys see me laughing, it is because I am reading the comments on my channel, and they're pretty much just making fun of me any chance they get. But as far as the power goes for, what are we talking about, the GT500?
Yeah, somebody said, is it going to be more than 840?
Power-to-weight ratio is a huge factor. I believe the GT500 is going to be a beast just as well in power and weight. I don't think it's going to be any lightweight. I think Ford gets in over their head on things and starts adding a lot of crazy features.
Mm-hmm.
They like to see the problem with the Demon is the loss of words. The framing, the body is absolutely the platform is so old. It has to be revised. You guys have a newer platform that you could have kept light, but Ford loves to throw in, here's your dampering, adjustable, so-and-so watt for the track, and then everybody takes the GT and goes to the drag strip with it.
Yeah, the thing is, Chevy kind of threw a monkey wrench in this whole thing where they wanted to be this racetrack dominant vehicle and for good reason. The 1LE, the ZL1, those are great cars around the racetrack. And Ford was kind of this in the middle where they wanted to still be a drag strip car and a racetrack car, and they had a little bit of identity crisis where the Shelby GT350 came out. The Shelby GT350 came out and it was great. But it was not that 526 horsepower is underpowered, but everyone said, go ahead.
Because, okay, that car can be amazing on the track. A tight track, you don't need a ton of power. You need to be able to get into a corner and get out of a corner, right? And the next corner's coming up on a tight track. You don't need long straights. The car may not be designed for super long straights because of its super high power band. But, again, I think that car's still heavy.
What, the GT350?
Yeah, I mean, it's only saving its weight in its wheels.
Yeah, that's
on the
R because the R has the carbon fiber wheels. The Mustang, the rumors are flying that it's going to get all-wheel drive, and it's also going to be a hybrid version in 2020.
That's not happening. Come on.
Listen, they're not making cars.
You're the man that knows.
A lot of people tell me that, and
a little wink at the camera.
I can't, but I will tell you one thing: the 2020 Mustang. One thing Mustang has always done, and I feel very confident in saying this, they've adapted to the situation of the times and technology. Again, I'm gonna keep stringing the praises of the 10-speed automatic, but the 10-speed automatic in a Mustang is great. Now, can you imagine a Mustang with all-wheel drive? That might sound like sacrilege, but they made an EcoBoost Mustang, which I had, and I loved it and enjoyed it. So if they can make an EcoBoost Mustang, I don't think a hybrid all-wheel drive Mustang's out of the possibility either, because
well, that's going. I mean, look what Acura did
with the NSX. Yeah.
Everybody hated it.
Well, you know what the thing with the NSX was, they kind of took so long, like the GT500's
That's
taking.
what everybody says. I think they just I think the NSX was more popular because later on it became more affordable. More people bought them, and it became a culture for them. They can buy a car that looks like a Ferrari, or they feel whatever you want to call it, and it was a little bit cheaper. You know, you can get a used one at the time, 30 grand. You know, now the prices are up, but and then now they come out with this electric hybrid version. No one complained when Porsche, what is it, 966 did that. Nobody complained. Everybody, all the supercars that do it, nobody complained.
People don't like change in the muscle car world. Like, I mean,
I just think the car was unaffordable, unattainable.
Yeah.
I think that the culture was a low budget culture.
Well, the NSX, I think the problem was the original NSX that I even really loved when I was younger. It was just simple. Was it a V6 only, right? And
I believe so. No, it was twin turbo. It was a V6, and then you had a twin turbo.
It looked like a affordable Ferrari.
Yeah.
And that was what was cool about it. The new one looks great, but
it handled with them as well, if not beat them.
What I don't understand
is... And the reliability of it was amazing. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. What I don't understand is the Ford GT came out. $500,000. You need a special following. You need a special application on video. A lot of people didn't get chosen. Even John Cena bought one and sold it, and he's getting sued by Ford for it now too.
Well, no, he won that, I believe.
He won the
I think he won that, and then all the Ford owners went out and sold their cars. The Ford GT.
Oh, nice.
Sold them.
Yeah, that was weird, by the way. But I think once you buy a car, it's yours. There shouldn't be rules on it. But the Ford GT came out, and that car looks like something out of the future. It's amazingly gorgeous, but just like the Raptor EcoBoost, and even when I was at Ford Nationals and I saw the Ford GT, every person there was like, they didn't even care it won Le Mans. They were like, it should have been a V8. You know what I mean? It should have been a V8. And it's like...
I have to agree, though, because what happens is when you hear a Ford Raptor with an exhaust, you hear a Ford GT with an exhaust, it sounds like a GTR.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's essentially, the same displacement.
Yeah.
And the twin turbo, it all makes it sound very similar.
Yeah, I mean, when we were at Ford Nationals, when Jim Owens started the car up, it was so anticlimactic. And then there's like a 95 Mustang 4.6 that makes like 200 horsepower, and it sounds so much better.
Yeah.
You know, and then everyone's all like, you know, racing their drinks and beers of that, and it's like, here's a $500,000 supercar.
Think of the car culture, even with us. I mean, we get together. What do? We open our engine, we open our hood, and then we rev our engine. You know, every once in a while we get to go to the racetrack.
Yeah.
The drag strip is any track. It's a pain. You know, unless you live next door to one and it's test and tune every night. Yeah. It's a pain.
It is. I mean, I like the drag strip, but then there are things that annoy me about it too, because you'll be there all night and get 2 or 3 passes.
Oh God, if you're lucky.
Oh, and then
a couple times you and me went. We got one.
We got one pass.
I think we went the one time. We didn't get any.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the video, but we actually just ended up foot racing each other.
Yeah, that was the night we
just couldn't get it. It started raining, and you know, we've done a lot of fun stuff with our cars. You did race me in 500 horsepower mode.
Which I've been rethinking, and I know what I did wrong, and I'm not going to say it.
Are we going to have a rematch?
Yeah, we're going to have a rematch.
Okay.
As long as you're not, boosted at the time.
No. We're not. We're going to have a rematch and see what happens. But let's move on. I can't believe a half hour flew by already.
Really?
Yeah. Goodness gracious.
I only got one beer, and this is amazing.
Yeah. Let's talk about the red eye.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, you're the Mopar guy. Tell me what's going on in the Mopar community with the red eye stuff.
Nobody wants to admit that it's a Dodge Demon.
797 horsepower is basically a Dodge Demon on.
No, it is a Dodge. It's literally the same engine, the same internals, same blower, same drive shaft, same axles, same everything.
Now, for me, from a distance, I'm watching it, and I'd be frustrated. I tell you why. Because Ford is very careful not to offend the Shelby guys. Yep. They're very careful not to offend.
They had a car they were putting out, and Ford people complained it was some SUV that they were naming
The Mach 1.
Yeah, and then the Ford was like, "All right, we're sorry."
They backed out of it. You know, the Shelby G350. The reason why Ford kind of undersold the power on the 18, they didn't want to offend the Shelby guys. Now I'm looking at Dodge. I can't tell a V6 from a Hellcat anymore. Everyone's getting wide bodies. Everyone's a 392. Everything looks the same except for a little sticker
all your
on the
Mustangs
fender.
look the same, so let's not argue.
No, but I'm saying like this. Let's put it this way, right? If I buy a Hellcat wide body 707,
yeah.
If from a distance it'll look just like I bought a maybe a Demon or now a Red Eye.
I guess to the person who doesn't own one, yeah, because I couldn't tell any of the GTs apart. I mean, you guys all have 14 different packages and they're all the same exact thing on the outside.
The thing is, there's people like me who like to screw up their cars and try to make them different. And they do it, and then like at the end, a stock Mustang looks way cooler than anything.
Than all the 3M stuff you stuck on it. No, it looks cool. I think it looks cool. It doesn't look cool when you find out it's not functional.
Yeah, in person, you know, it's like.
I don't want to offend any of your
no. You know, no. The you know, listen. Also, I want to talk about the wrap, if I could, for a second. This is me venting a little bit because
talked about the Red Eye. You just went right on to your wrap.
Let's talk about
self-conceited.
Let's talk about the Red Eye because we talked about it has 797. It's supposed to run what, high 10s is what they're saying.
So
it's gonna run what the Demon runs right now. Is basically what they're saying.
I want to tell you what RT said. RT said that your GT500 is only going to be competition for the Red Eye. It's not going to be competition for the Demon. Basically, the Red Eye is our super heavyweight track car at this point because we don't even have Viper anymore. It is still a muscle car, but it's it doesn't have the drag suspension, which I think is kind of dumb because the Demon is doing well. Whether it doesn't do the 965 or not, it's still doing well at the track. You can buy a car, you can hit very low 10s, very high 9s, and a little bit of setup, maybe a little bit better. I don't know, but you get a Red Eye, a tune. You're in Demon power territory, if not better.
What's going on with their marketing stuff now? I mean, they've fallen off completely from, the Demon. Now they got Richard Rawlings crashing in the side of the guardrails there. Who crashed?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
he was hammered.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I feel like there's
I think maybe FCA realized it was a great marketing thing because who was the guy, the president of Corvette, just slammed into a guardrail?
Yeah.
So that got a lot of attention, but I don't know. He was hammered, and plus he was trying to do a burnout all the way. Either he doesn't know how to race.
Well, remember he has a Mustang. You do know that the green Mustang.
The problem,
Good one.
No, I want to talk about that for a second.
Go ahead.
I always like to tell people, listen, Mustangs, it's a hilarious joke because they're all over YouTube, Mustang crashing in the crowds and stuff. But
I should make a video. I don't know why I haven't. Go ahead.
But the Mustangs, what was it? You would know better, but there was a point when they didn't have, what year or what body, what platform, they didn't have traction control, didn't have anti-lock brakes or any of that stuff. They were just
S197?
Maybe.
Yeah,
so they were like, here's like 300 horsepower, what was it, roughly, I think? So rear-wheel drive, no traction control. Yeah. And at the time, maybe people cherished it. There was adults that were buying it. They were a little bit more money, but as they became cheaper and cheaper and cheaper on the used market, kids got it, and they go out trying to show off, and they just keep their foot buried.
Well, I'll tell you a story. This is my fourth Mustang, but my first Mustang I did total, doing one of those exact things. And of all things, that was a V6. I had a 2000 Mustang, and I was trying to look cool in front of the my high school friends. I don't know if I caught some oil or some drizzle. Next thing I know, the car was doing donuts, and I hit a guardrail. The car was totaled, but it's something that they've rectified. It's hard. If you watch the newer crashes, there's so many nannies in the Mustang now.
Yeah.
That even when you turn traction control off, they're still on. It's still on. Like you have to unplug stuff in the actual engine to like really disable it, and then you get all these kind of bananas. Shout out Gary Anderson. Shout out from Louisiana. Mike Hafferman, the Black Mamba looks great with the wrap. This dude is such a Mopar fanboy. It makes me sick.
Buddy, listen, I love Mustangs, okay? It takes me a while to warm up to the new body style that comes out. I think that for the power and money, it's amazing. And that's really all I have to say. I love all cars. I can never generalize myself to one car. I do love the muscle car, older muscle. What was the one where you had the nice square front?
You talking about
the big floodlights in the front?
The 05.
Who knows? I don't know. I think I was talking to you and I was going to pick up a Mustang. You were like, "Don't get that year," and I was like, "Shit, that's the only good year."
Yeah, that you liked. Yeah. The S650 Mustang's coming out. So, what we're gonna do too, guys, as we go forward and when the GT500 does get released, we'll have more of these kind of shows where we could talk about it. And bear with us. This is the very first time we're doing this, so. We're gonna iron out some details. We'll have clips come in. We'll have guests and all these different cool angles that we have planned.
For over 55 years, Lundy Law has served, supported, and protected our community.
So
we understand
what do we
we know the streets, and we relentlessly fight for our own. This region is our DNA. It's where actions speak louder.
Incredible Heavy is he was a Camaro guy.
Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And New Jersey.
Oh, we did grow up together. I was Mustang.
There's your Mustang God for you guys.
Yeah, I was a Mustang guy, and he was Camaro.
Remember this?
And we both had V6s. I always beat him.
I thought you had a Camaro too.
No.
Then you eventually both got Mustangs. Is that what?
No,
I
was Mustang.
There's your Mustang God for you.
Guy, and he was Camaro.
Remember this?
And we both had V6s. I always beat him.
I thought you had a. I
got wifey's Ford Fusion.
No. Then you eventually both got Mustangs.
No, I was Mustang.
There's your Mustang God for you.
Guy, and he was Camaro.
Remember this?
And we both had V6s. I always beat him.
I thought you had a.
I got wifey's Ford Fusion.
No. Then you eventually both got Mustangs.
No, I was Mustang.
There's your Mustang God for you.
Guy, and he was Camaro.
Remember this?
And we both had V6s. I always beat him.
I thought you had a.
I got wifey's Ford Fusion.
No. Then you eventually both got Mustangs.
No, I was Mustang.
There's your Mustang God for you.
Guy, and he was Camaro.
Remember this?
And we both had V6s. I always beat him.
I thought you had a.
I got wifey's Ford Fusion.
No. Then you eventually both got Mustangs.
No, I was Mustang.
There's your Mustang God for you.
Guy, and he was Camaro.
Remember this?
We both had V6s. I always beat him.
I thought you had a.
I got wifey's Ford Fusion.
No. Then you eventually both got Mustangs.
No, I was
There's your Mustang God for you.
Guy, and he was Camaro.
Remember this?
We both had V6s. I always beat him.
I thought you had a.
I got wifey's Ford Fusion.
No. Then you eventually both got Mustangs.
No, I was
There's your Mustang God for you.
Guy, and he was Camaro.
Remember this?
We both had V6s. I always beat him.
I thought you had a.
I got wifey's Ford Fusion.
No. Then you eventually both got Mustangs.
Blame tunnel.
We're going to give it a second. Let's see. Guys, if the sound starts working good again, please let us know. And you can blame me, yes, because I'm the only one that knows this technical stuff, and he has no idea. He just shows up, puts his laptop. He's like, all right, we ready?
Once the sound... He said that's better. It's fine now. Okay, It's back. Okay, it's working. Sorry about that. It might have been some...
No, I fixed it.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah,
what was
unless it breaks again, then I didn't fix it.
It's not under warranty. So let's move on to the C8. We've talked a little bit about the Red Eye, but let's talk about the C8 Corvette, the mid-engine Corvette that's, coming. And what are your thoughts on that? With
I'm sorry, I was reading my comments over here.
Oh, go ahead.
I've been completely avoiding.
Go ahead.
The 13
answer some of your comments
fans that I have over here. They're all making fun of me again. We can go on now.
Okay. We're going to talk about the C8 Corvette, the mid-engine Corvette that they've been basically teasing since I was a little kid, and now Chevy's basically making it. Looks like a supercar they're making. Now, we don't have a Corvette person here, but, they're going to have two different
Eventually
models.
we might.
Okay.
Wink, wink.
That is such a horrible tease. But, so tell me, is the C8 going to be like a different whole nother model than the Corvette, or it's going to take over Corvette?
You know what? I don't know. But I would like to think. So what I heard was Corvette's going to have my insider, wink, wink,
Yeah,
said that there's going to be a few different models, and they're going to start really cheap. But those few different models, I think, are engine displacement models. So whether you're going to get like a base V8, like a 415 horse or 500 horse, going up to like a larger displacement V8 to a twin turbo V8 or something like that. And as far as keeping the original front engine design, no idea. But I'm loving it. I think the Corvette was too. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera or not, but I got a guy here reloading my beers.
Yeah, you got. I need a coffee reload. But go ahead.
There is, I think lack of better words, looks too much like a penis.
What, the C8?
No, the was it the C8? C7? Is the C8?
The C8's the one that's coming out.
Okay, C7.
So
C7. The C8, I'm loving the sky pictures.
I'm
loving the idea of America supercar.
Got it.
You know, it'll be
that kind. I don't know why that makes me sick that it's a Corvette.
Well, I mean, we can't. You still have the Ford GT.
No, you know, I think.
But it's not going to. The Ford GT is not on an affordable level.
No, it's only for the exclusive people. I did just see that Doug DeMuro just bought a Ford GT older model, so that was pretty cool.
I'm sorry, Matthew Cox. I do love you guys, but StangMode loves to take over the show. So I know if I start talking about my comments, he's just going to interrupt anyway.
Listen, if I'm taking over the show, let me know.
I know RT's life was watching me. Hope to God he doesn't go over to your channel. If he does, everybody please give him shit.
All right, I just asked my friends and my people, am I taking over the show? Gary Anderson said that was a 2007 model, by the way. That I guess would go crashing it all over the place.
Just so that specific.
Those were the notorious ones.
Really.
Somebody said, "No, I'm not at all taking over the show." No, you okay? You okay, bro? A little. I told you I could talk. Talk about why it chose Vortech over Pro Charger. I'm gonna get to that at the end of the show. But do we want to? Are we having any more about the C8?
Nobody cares. I mean, I have Mopar over here with my 10.
I could care less about the C8, but I thought people would want to hear about it. So
we get a Chevy. I'm just kidding. I love the idea. I love that it's a track car. I love the idea of being able to take turns. And I love the idea of being able to get it in a budget-friendly format. The thing I don't love is that they're going to come out with 3 formats, possibly. I don't know for a fact. But let's say they come out with this base 400 horsepower version, and a 5 and a freaking 1,000. Who knows? Anytime I get that base, I'll always be upset that there's an 800 horsepower, a twin turbo version out there. That's the only thing I don't like. I wish when cars came out, it was kind of like, here's what you get. Because like when you got your EcoBoost, what you do? You aspire all the time to get the GT.
It's funny. When I had the EcoBoost, it was definitely like just like if you had a V6 Mustang, the GT was this god.
Yeah, and you love the idea. You were like, you probably got the EcoBoost, like I'm going to love this car, and then all of a sudden you're like, this is horrible.
I'll tell you what happened. This is where EcoBeast died, and I'll tell you what happened. We were going to a Cars and Coffee, and there was I was with Incredible Hemi, and we were having fun with my friend. He had a Camaro 2SS, 8-speed, and a Corvette Z06, and they were having fun on the highway, and they did like a pull, and they left us, and I was full on the throttle, like full on. I gave it all I had, and we were just sitting. We were sitting still, and then Incredible Hemi was like, "They are gone," and I was just like, it was like at that moment I knew it's over. Like I was just like, all right. I think maybe like a month later I was like, I'm gonna get 2018 Mustang GT. I said that's it. I'm not getting. Cause they pulled off like something out of Star Wars. It was like pew, and I was like, okay, I need that in my life. So.
And now you're still expiring. Now you want a 500. It doesn't end, and that's what I don't like.
I've never owned a Shelby, and the Shelby GT500 is the pinnacle of Mustang. It just is. The GT350 took that, but there was just like this infighting cannibalism where there's this GT350 people and the GT people, and then they kind of fight each other because. It's weird. GT50s want to be just as fast in a straight line as a GT, and then GTs are like, I can put like suspension parts on my car, and I'm just as fast as you run the track, and a big wang. You know, what's up? So like, there's this weird debate. You know, a lot of Shelby guys don't like me, the 350 guys, because I've had videos of me beating the Shelby. But again, the Shelby shines on the racetrack, not on the street. You can't, you know. But just like the Demon shines at the drag strip, not really on the street as much.
I think I'll out-handle your car.
What's that?
I think I'll out-handle your car on the track.
Oh, the Mustang?
Yeah.
Well, if you drove them with my big old 20s.
Your 22s.
The 22s.
Your chrome 22s.
Those are for the show. Those are for the kids.
Yeah, that was a little freaky.
Those things are they're huge and they're heavy.
Yeah.
It drives really good on the drag pack, by the way.
It drives better?
Oh, it drives like I'm driving a Caddy. But I would never take a turn over 35 miles an hour. The front skinny would.
What I was driving before, I was a little concerned about taking turns at 35 miles an hour.
I would too.
But it does have a nice look. And that's what it is. When you get really big, heavy wheels, it doesn't matter. You're buying cheap wheels for looks.
Yeah, you're getting those cool picks and things of that nature. We're getting close to the end. We have about maybe 15 minutes left on the show, so I think
we should go all night long.
I could keep going. I really don't have anything planned.
I will talk until nobody watches.
All right, until we've gone from 150 watching down to about 117.
Oh, they're getting tired.
Once it says 0 watching, I'll end. People are like, I've given it all I have.
We can talk to one person all night.
I'll just talk, you know. But anyways, what I want to do is I want to open it up to the chat is open, so I'll try to do this. I know we're gonna get a lot of people.
Matthew Cox, my biggest fan. Thank you.
A lot of people are gonna chat. If you want to do a super chat, you can. That's fine. I believe it's open. You can do a super chat if you want to be heard amongst the crowd. Definitely, super chat would be great. And we can.
He's asking for money to pay for that.
This is
Venom.
The Venom's already paid for.
Can someone send him $1, please?
Yeah.
Just to make sure it's working.
If you want to send $1, we
99
can.
cents, please.
Super chat it up.
He'll call you later tonight if you.
You know, that's another thing I wanted to talk about was, and we'll go based off the. You have any comments we can look at here?
No.
Okay, Chris Lenning, thank you. Been here the whole time so far. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay, I would like to say thank you, Fish Sticks and Matthew Cox and anybody else that may still be here. They've been watching the whole entire time, either making fun of me or mentioning stuff I didn't read. Sorry. I'll get better at this, I promise.
Joan Reinhardt, 213 all night. Thank you. Christopher Johnson, why not run at Cecil County? I love Cecil County. It's just not as close to me as Echo.
A little far.
We got a super chat from Rides and Racing.
Fish Stick says you're annoying, just so you know.
Okay.
I think all you guys on his channel should probably come over to mine and let Fish Sticks know.
Tell Fish Sticks that I love tartar sauce. So what else
is good?
What did Rides and Racing? I thank you for the $199. Do you have a comment that you want to?
Somebody, Matthew Cox, actually wants to buy a poster from you.
All right, a poster.
So get it on a poster. Maybe we can go talk to Shane in Shane Designs.
All right, we can get posters. Do you want it with or without the wrap?
You should have wrapped the bottom.
A lot of people told me that, and you know, just trying to be different. But there are a lot of people who love it, so I'll go with that. Thanks again to Rides and Racing.
I like how they're on my channel asking for posters on your car.
No way.
Mustang,
I'm sticking with StangMode. What do you think about the EcoBoost with a 10-speed? Is it worth it? Yeah. I mean, the EcoBoost is not slow. It's 310 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 5 seconds, and you throw a 10-speed on there, you can't go wrong. The main thing is, sadly, people don't like the sound. I've dealt with that for 2 years, but you know. Okay, here we go. We're gonna jump into it. Mike Brown, why Vortech over Whipple? And I'll just be frank with you all. There's a difference between $10,000 and $5,000.
So you're coming out. It's about money.
It's about money. I wish I don't even have a garage. If you guys watch the channel,
can you please send him super chats?
I'm a Mustang.
If you guys send him enough super chats, he may go Whipple.
I wish I was like that 19, 20-year-old who's like buying a McLaren in cash.
Someone just sent you money.
I'm not. No, I appreciate it. I just said Rides and Racing.
That pays for that coffee.
There we go. This is the coffee's on the house thanks to Rides and Racing. No, this is why I like the Vortech. And there's some people who's like, oh, he just begs for sponsorships, and I was like, you know,
that guy.
There's a couple people on there who just like complain, and I thought to myself, if they only knew like all the work and overhead that went into this, hotel stays, going to Detroit.
Oh my God, it's never ending.
Renting a car, going to Ford National.
I don't even do what you do, and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
I'm obsessed with it, so I do a lot of stuff out of my own pocket because I just love my car.
You guys think he's making a boatload of money because he's bringing in YouTube money? He's spending more than he's making.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's definitely to try to stay ahead of the game. It takes time, money, energy, and effort. And
your time's lost. I mean, the only thing you're doing, the only thing I can say is that you're having fun.
Yeah.
You're getting to enjoy things in life. And I wouldn't say it's free, but it's it's breaking even, I guess.
No, it is. Right now it's breaking even, so that leaves my family intact.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, at least there was a time when I was going. We went to Detroit in the beginning of the year, and went to. I thought the Shelby GT500 was gonna be released in Detroit, so I said, "Incredible Hemi, let's go." So we literally rented a truck and drove 9 hours there. It didn't happen. But it was okay. Then we went to New York. Didn't happen. Then by just my obsession with putting up Mustang content, Ford contacted me, which was awesome. I thought they were not even real. Whoa, here we go. Ivan D. What? Whipple F-150.
Did you just hear how excited he got for $5? That's how appreciative he is for that $5.
Listen, every penny counts. Thank you so much. Whipple F-150 50 or Whipple GT50. What? Okay, listen, this is big. Hold on. This is tough. Let me tell you something.
F-150.
If you experience, I don't know if you watched the video where I drove boosted F-150. That video blew up, by the way. That's huge for me. All the views it got, but that thing takes off like nothing I've ever experienced. It's 4-wheel drive, and it's out like nothing in no one's business, and it hauls stuff. It's awesome. But at the end of the day, I'm a Mustang guy. I would go with the Whipple GT50 just because. When someone sees the F-150, they're gonna say, "Oh, it's another work truck."
Yeah, exactly.
But if you got the Mustang with the Whipple, woo, you pull up. It's like that still has that appeal.
And you know what? His Whipple, I don't even want to talk about his car because of the amount of attention that dude got.
Let me tell you something. I don't know if you know boosted F-150, but I'm sure you know about him now. When I met him, he's like, "Let's do a video together." I was like, "Sure." And I was like, "No one's gonna watch. Everybody wants Mustang content on my. Anyone want to have the Demon on? No one really cared."
If you guys will come subscribe to my channel and watch, I'll buy a Mustang.
Also, please support.
I will Whipple anything you want me to Whipple. All right.
So we drove it. He said it's an Undertaker. I was like, "All right, cool." And it was awesome. He let me drive it. I've never experienced a launch like that in my life. It was amazing, and it grips. And he doesn't even have drag rails on. Those are the same big, tall tires. It's a Mustang in a truck form.
Well, it's a 4x4. You're getting a 4x4 Mustang.
That's why I think that it's epic to get a 10-speed automatic with the V8 and then throw a power adder on it. I agree with you. Vortech over Whipple, the power curve is more consistent. Over Vortech feels like the power nerve stops building up. The reason we went also with Vortech is ease of install. It'd be easy to take on and take off and upgrade the head unit as we go along. And centrifugal is, every time I've talked to people at the drag strip, everyone, whoa, wow, another, wow, thank you so much, Rides and Racing.
My God, I keep looking over as if he's going to have $100 in there.
Someone
who has $100 with this guy? $100.
Rough Toys, what do you think the price of GT500 will be? I will answer this. Thank you so much for the support, Rough Toys. Actually, you're a very awesome supporter of the channel. I thank you so much. I think the GT500 is going to be around the high 70s mark and top out at 90, and then you have markups after that. I think like 78, 79 starting. There's going to be probably 2 variants of the GT500, like an R version, like the GT50, and then like a regular version.
Think so?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's definitely going to be 2 versions.
Well, I know what's going to happen is that they're not going to just make it for 1 year and then name it something else.
Oh, no. It would be silly because if the 2021 Mustang comes out, are you saying the GT500 is going to be a 1-year run car?
No, because that's what the Demon did. They made it 1 year, and then they were afraid to piss everybody off, so they just said, okay, we're going to take a little bit of power out of this car, call it a red eye.
Tony Kidd just brought up, too, that the Ford needs to bring back the F-150 Lightning.
Well,
versus the Track Hawk would be kind of neat. Well, the Bronco's coming out, so maybe,
I don't think so.
The Lightning was cool.
I think they'll supercharge it. They'll give it power or anything like that, but it'll never be as fast.
I hate to say this, but
throwing a Whipple.
Ford is about making $1.
Every company.
So
is. You can't,
I know. What I'm saying is, well, look, Dodge killed the Viper because it's one of the coolest, awesomest cars ever. but no one bought the darn thing because no one could really drive it.
I think it's coming back out.
It is. It's gonna have to. With Xander 13. Thanks for visiting here. He's a new guy. I never know. I don't know who that is. Xander. I don't.
Yeah, it doesn't sound familiar.
Must be a
Whatever
new,
you do, don't
new
watch
subscriber.
This
would rather have Force Induction GT over the 500. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna save $100,000 if you do that.
Well, for the first 2 years, probably.
Yeah. That's what the Raptor is for. Yeah, the Raptor's supposed to get a 7-liter coming up, so Turbo 4 for Bronco, I believe. Yeah, so the Raptor's going to get that. I wanted to circle back to...
I got it.
Go ahead. Here we go.
I'm going to read a comment from my channel.
Go ahead.
StangMode, what do you think of the ProCharge 3.7 2013 Mustang?
Oh, I love it. I think that...
what's going on, guys?
I'm getting comments from Tunnel Chasers people. No, why not? You get the efficiency of the 3.7, which is a very amazing motor by itself for longevity.
Oh my God, you guys you have a 3.7?
No. The one he has.
No. What you guys have a 3.7? Oh, 13. What do you have out now? What's your smaller engine?
2.3 liter EcoBoost. Yeah, the V6 is dead.
So there is no natural aspirated.
No, they used to have a 4-liter V6 and then 3.7.
Because we have a Dodge has 3.6 NA.
Yeah. They still make the all-wheel drive version of that, or
in the 3.6.
In the 3.6.
They used to make the V8 in all-wheel drive. Stopped in 2015, which is stupid.
No. Where was it? Where were we talking about? Yeah. So just to talk about the
3.7 2013 Mustang.
Yeah, I would definitely. It's a no-brainer. It gives the V6 guys a lot of opportunity to show what they got, because that's a great. I was sad when the V6 died, but Ford went with the EcoBoost route and they went straight to the V8. Pentastar all-wheel drive, 8-speed, 3.6. Okay, that's what Mopar has. So also what we wanted to talk about was this. What was I talking? Oh yeah, the Vortech. I didn't get to kind of unpack the Vortech a little bit more. The main reason I wanted the Vortech is I wanted to beat this guy here because he has a Dodge Demon.
I'll be the first to admit that any Mustang blown properly is going to beat the Demon in its form as is, with no tuning. Now, you get the Demon and you throw a pulley on there and a tune, you're looking at $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to touch it.
Yep. And it's the money is we got a check-in from Sam Stang. I don't know if you guys know him, but he got famous for saying something about it's just a 6. I'm always messing with Sam Stang. He's a great guy. He has I believe he has a V6 as well. So he's still repping for that community. Keep moving forward, man. You gotta love the haters. I got a lot of haters myself, but you just keep rising above it with your passion for Mustang.
So a follow-up question about it.
Go ahead.
Because I don't know if that's sound. Go with ProCharge or Turbo.
That's something in the car community that's always kind of relevant is sound versus power. Because I dealt with that with the EcoBoost where it was fast and it ran 12s, but people hated the sound. Yeah. So like everyone likes a Whipple because of that whine.
I think he might have meant should.
Oh, should? Okay. Well, what are your thoughts? Like,
I don't know.
Are you a sound or just power guy?
Oh, come on. Honestly, the F-150 is dead quiet and quick as hell. I'd much rather have a car that's extremely fast and not loud, but at the same time, on a normal drive, I love to be able to downshift and hear my car burble and pop like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, those weird little noises make they feel good. I did want to touch base on the call out. That's
that's right.
Go ahead.
We should call people out because Mike hasn't yet. Street Speed has not yet. We should start
Street Speed is hosting a call out event,
and he has not.
But he hasn't done the video yet.
He hasn't done the video.
So
yet.
Everyone's. I know. I watched John Doc and Send It Steve. Yeah. And they're talking a lot of trash, but I don't see any kind of website or.
Well, Send It Steve's going to get his ass kicked. We don't have a website, or he doesn't have a website, I should say, because. Whatever reason I'm not going to get into, but there was someone else to handle that, and he's not handling it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And So now it's Mike handling his thing, and I think he's a little more relaxed about it. He's not so...
Let's just do what it is. It is what it is. Let's have fun and race.
Yeah.
Are you going to do any it's October 20th, by the way.
Well, I have a seat over there.
Okay.
That's about as far as the modifications I'm going to get.
He has a racing seat over there.
I will remove the seats. I'll have one lightweight seat in there. I'll have skinnies on, and I'll be running race fuel.
Okay, so you're going all out.
I wouldn't say all out. I would say I'm trying to lighten the load. I'm trying to compensate for my overweightness.
What I want to do is this. I want to go there and I want to dominate. Is that?
Well, you're not. You got really friggin' lucky when it was the 8th mile.
Let me tell you something. I think a lot of people didn't realize that the car, the 10-speed with the 85 tune in the 8th mile was really... I took down a Grand Sport.
Dude, you're going to go... Yeah, in the 8th mile.
That's where it shines.
Yeah.
But then if I have the...
There's people that can run the
Vortech
8th mile just as fast as your car ran.
Yeah.
Physically run with their feet and legs. No, I mean, listen, again, I don't want all you guys to get pissed off. I love the Mustang. And for its, cost and power. But there's going to be a lot of competition out there.
Oh, yeah.
And unless they break down, you're not beating them.
That's the one thing where I think it's very important to me not to just have a car that's broken. I mean, it happens. It's inevitable. Whenever you modify a car to make it faster, I try to be very careful about performance upgrades that I do. And I try. Whoa, thank you so much. Dre Bivens, $10.
Highest bidder so far. Go. Someone's taking you home tonight, dude.
Would you? We might have to do like secret shows later, midnight shows to see what happens. Would you trade a GT350 for the GT500, and is it worth the trade? I love 350, but I'm just asking, bro. Because we don't know anything about the unicorn that it is a GT500, I would say that I still would, because I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm wearing the Venom Kills Demon shirts because I have on good authority that it's about to go down. Like, I'm part of the reason we're doing this podcast is to continue the journey of the GT500 and talking about it. But again, Ford fans, the GT500 is about to change the game in a way that no one's even ready for. Let alone the look of it. The look people got to be ready for. There's been so many different sketches and different kind of mock-ups online, but y'all ain't. I gotta stop before I get in trouble and lose Ford. And before Ford is like, yeah, you're not invited to anything anymore. We'll say that it is epic. The only thing I'm scared about is the $100,000 dealer markups.
You're screwed. I mean, you should know some people at this point to where you could probably maybe pull a string or two.
I would love to pull a string, but people want to make money too.
Everybody wants to make money.
I mean, I'm like, listen, how much the most you can give me? $30,000. I'm like, oh, thanks. We'll see what happens.
I also want to, before we go on, you mentioned about why we have this podcast, but at the same time, not just talking about GT500, but all the news, all the YouTube news, all the stuff that's going on, anything to follow up on stuff. This will be the channel to say, hey, listen, this is why so-and-so happened that we can't put in a 10-minute video.
Yeah, we'll react to anything.
Yeah.
We'll react.
I'll sit here and watch reaction videos.
Yeah, like we'll do everything we need to do. Follow me on Instagram at StangMode Official. I do a lot of
and follow me at Tunnel Chaser because I got more followers.
He has 36,000 followers on Instagram. But yeah, follow me on StangMode Official. I'm EcoBeast still on Facebook because Facebook, because of whatever rules,
you only have a couple hundred followers. Just change it.
It wouldn't change it. I'm so loyal to those people who stayed with me.
Yeah, they'll still come back.
Let me tell you something. Like, people don't understand. I made videos, and when I got 50 subscribers, I made a video. I was happy about it. So like, if anybody's been there from the jump, I really like appreciate every subscriber. Like, I don't have like 1 million, but the people that are there, I really like care about. Like, it's kind of
I have a love-hate for that situation.
Oh my gosh, got another $5 here. Would you rather Ford Mustang or I feel bad. He's looking over at his like
I have no money.
Gabriel Ferris just said, would you rather Ford Mustang or a Mustang modified from Shelby? I would have to go Ford Mustang. You? Like Shelby America would modify it, or you get it from the factory?
A factory, always factory.
Yeah.
I mean, usually after factory you're going to get more power, but a factory always gives that ease of mind with a warranty. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris Lennon.
Guys, let me ask you this. You're all Mustang fans. How would you feel if I got an original Shelby Cobra and put my fat ass in there?
I'm telling, if once Tunnel Chaser gets a Mustang, that might just turn into a Mustang channel. We know Mod to Fame turned into a Mustang guy. Mustang to Fame.
Street Speed almost turned into a Mustang channel. Hey. Mod to Fame almost turned.
RP Productions.
RP Productions. Yeah. See.
I know. I'm forgetting his name, but
I might have to hold on to the Dodge. Honestly, I might be the only one left. Mush doesn't do videos anymore. Demonology. I don't know what's going on with that guy. No offense, but he's just kind of like, what's going on? If you watch this, buddy. I know you watch both our channels. You comment every once in a while. You're putting up 30-second videos of you racing down the line. Like, give me a little more meat on those races.
I love Demonology. I think he does a great job repping for the demon community.
His edits are awesome. His races, his time, his reaction is amazing. I want to see more races out of this guy.
No, I'm waiting for, and I would love to take on Demonology. You know, I mean,
who is?
I would, because he bragged about beating a Mustang GT with a few mods, and your actual demon, by the way. You know,
that's just stupid. The reason I say it's stupid is it's obvious that it's going to win, and that's not being a smart ass remark.
Yeah.
I mean, it's if you have a good driver on there, it's going to win. Who's talking crap?
No, I'm reading the comments. Mustang support is epic.
Oh my God! Hold on. I got to do a StangMode. Oh my God! I got $5, guys. Ivan, Ivan, I think paid you first. Ivan, how much did you give him before you came over here and paid me? I appreciate the love.
This support is epic. I thank you so much for the people that are staying on and watching. Again, what we're gonna do is, I think we just talk about Demonology a little bit more. This guy is a veteran drag racer. Like, he's raced for decades. And
who, Demonology?
Yeah. And he told me he got out the game for a while, but when the demon came back in, he was like, I'm not
he had a Hellcat too.
Yeah, he had a Hellcat. So we're gonna look forward to, hopefully, if he does come to the call out, I'm not sure. But I'd like to, if everything works out right, I'm gonna try, guys. It's gonna be a lot of time crunch.
Let me stop you.
Go ahead.
Demonology, you're not driving my car at this call out. I'm sorry, I'm driving.
Okay. What I'm gonna try to do is, I want to see how the Vortech does against cars, because listen, it's great to run low 11s, but when you go to the call out and there's cars like yours, there's, you know, Z06s and things like that, and you're like Z01s that are modified, you think to yourself, this isn't the 8th, and you know, and I want to represent, if I could, for the Mustang community the best as I can. So boosted F-150
is he in?
Is here.
Booster, come over to my channel, please.
Yeah,
I talked well about your truck.
Damn, the Dodge guys are cheap. I believe the GT500 is gonna stomp on the Demon. Does the Demon Debo beat up the Blue Shelby? A built one at that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know, there's a whole thing that goes on where it's like, I'm stock and I'm modified. What's your take on that whole thing?
I don't know. What was the question?
Oh, you know, people say, well, I think Demonology is the one who coined it, whereas I'm stock, so I'm better because I beat a modified car.
It all depends how you look at stock too, because he's running a 15-inch wheel, 15 or 17-inch wheel. Mickey Thompson's. He does remove the interior. Is that stock anymore?
I guess whenever you modify it, you know, it's not. It's different.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it stock anymore.
Yeah.
Is it? You know, a mod so easy that you can kind of consider it stock. Yeah. Because at the same time, I don't look at his tires as a mod, because you know, sometimes the manufacturer will go with the cheapest tires possible, just because they're buying, you know, hundreds of thousands.
Okay, hold on, time out. Wow, biggest donation yet.
My God.
$20. Listen, this guy here, one fast street car.
You buying a plane ticket right now?
Listen, we're headed to Texas 2K now with this money. No, one fast street car. Great guy, name is Jude. Go sub to his channel. He's got a awesome twin turbo 2015 Mustang GT.
Anytime you guys twin turbo a Mustang, I'm scared.
It's game over.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, he's had that, and he had him on the channel before where we said, I think we said 1,000 horsepower in a car seat.
I just want to go back before you can keep
Go
going,
ahead.
but the gray, just keep that comment in mind.
Okay. He has a twin turbo 20 Mustang GT, and that thing flies. We're actually going to review it soon because I know a lot of people have asked for a twin turbo review on the channel. So we'll have a review of that, and we'll also feature One Fast Street Cars new channel he started.
So the gray said the car is a modified car from the factory. Now I feel like I've seen the gray on YouTube all over the place, messaging that, or somebody else has. People say that
Time out. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Look at this.
Oh, I'm going home. I am done with the podcast.
Paul Morris.
Guys, you know I have a channel that we're broadcasting live on as well. It's called Tunnel Chaser. If you come on over there, I'll gladly accept your donations, where I will buy a Mustang that is boosted with a Whipple.
Paul Morris is going to make us get nitrous with his donation. I tell you what, $50
At least you can fill a tank.
Paul Morris. Oh, my goodness gracious. The Mustang community is really showing their love right now. Thanks and big ups to Paul Morris for the support. What I'll do is we're going to put all this back into this. We want this to really fly. This podcast, this streaming thing we do, we're really going to work hard on it and bring you guys good content. We'll have more things, but I just want to say thanks so much for that kind of a donation, Paul Morris. That means a whole lot. Thank you so much. I mean, you just donated and didn't even give a comment, but I'll just shout you out and say thank you so much. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but he's a Raptor guy too. So
Raptors are awesome.
Raptors are awesome. But go ahead, sir. I didn't cut. If I cut you
Women
off,
Driven owns a Raptor.
Who does?
Women Driven.
I don't know what women.
You don't know who that is?
No, I'm just teasing.
She owns a Raptor as well.
Woman Driven is also a new and upcoming YouTuber. We're going to try to have her.
She's my idol.
We're going to have her on the channel, on the podcast, on the podcast live stream. I don't even know what to say anymore. What do we call this? Live stream?
Yeah, I mean,
Talk
for the most
mode,
part,
StangMode, Tunnel Mode.
See how that just went right to his name? He doesn't realize that I
look,
control.
If you guys notice,
guys,
Tunnel Chaser's at the top.
I'm
at the bottom.
But
here.
that's because I control that. See, this is full shot right here. If you guys want to see, all right, we get to see some man boobs. We just wanted to cover up the man boobs with that.
That's true.
Yeah,
the man pecs.
But I do control everything, so therefore, if he starts taking over, I will make sure it doesn't happen.
This is Tunnel Chaser's show. I'm a guest.
He's
actually
just stealing.
He's gonna have a stick dummy with a beard here next week, and go from there.
No, so the gray
take
was
care,
a
Paul
comment.
Morris. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
The gray was a comment on yours, and I just real quick. He says that the Demon or Hellcat or whatever one is a modified car from the factory, which makes no sense at all because it's not. I mean, yes, it's a supercharger on top of another engine that they already have, but when you say stock, you bought it from stock, and that's where the term comes from. It's the stock. Stock definition is the item that is sitting in a room or an area with all the other same items, and that is a piece that you grab from that area that is considered stock. Now it is not stock; it is yours. It's not inventory anymore. It's your item, and that's what you call stock. No matter how the factory puts something on it, it is stock. It can have 6 turbos and 4 superchargers. It's still stock. Make sense?
Yeah. No. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this again next week, same time, same place. We'll try to look at different locations, have different guests. Did you want to have any closing remarks, or want to keep going, or what are your?
I'm kind of comfortable with this location.
Okay.
And yes,
Where are we at? We're at the bottom of some kind of fancy place here.
Yeah, he's talking about this may be a place where women visit and take off their clothing, but that is not.
No, I thought this is. I didn't even think that at all. I thought this was like. I feel like we're in the genie bottle somewhere, but it's very much.
Guys, what do you think of this?
There's no car like pictures anywhere. I came in here. I was like, what are we doing?
This guy said, let's put a podcast together. 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days I put this together.
He did. No, he did a great job.
All right.
But by the way, listen, we're gonna get you wear a Venom Kills Demon shirt once we find out the real specs of the GT500.
I mean, maybe I might buy one and just show you up, dude.
Are you gonna buy a GT500?
It's a possibility.
Just leave the Mopar community altogether.
No. Maybe.
Keep the Ram.
Yeah, keep the Ram.
Keep the
to
Ram.
pull the GT500 around.
Oh my goodness.
No, my closing would be, I hope you guys come back, and we're gonna have a lot of guests. This was just one night of just kind of testing, and we're gonna have a lot of cool stuff coming up. This was thrown together thanks to Shabazz and WholesaleBlades.com, and I appreciate their support. They'll be supporting us on a lot more because there will be a lot more equipment to buy.
Yeah, we're going to have, someone said in the comments earlier, I forgot their name, and I'm sorry, to be like the Joe Rogan podcast and have different angles, and we're going to
we're going to rip that off. But it's going to be all car.
Well, he's the best.
Oh, I got to go back to this. Guys, this thrown up in 2 days, this is what I had laying around in this place.
No, it looks good. I'm just teasing.
You know, this right here, I mean, yes, the material was bought at like Joann Fabrics, but the lights and this was thrown around. And if you guys, you know, you have suggestions for a nice background, I'm all for it. You know,
yeah.
I'm ready to work on it. But it was this or a white wall. So,
no, you know, I do like it. So it's cool. It's nice. I
think it's warm and inviting.
No, I feel very relaxed. Actually, I can keep going. I'm, you know.
Okay,
we got another the R $10.
Oh, now you have to keep going.
From the R Big Boy.
Now you have to keep going, huh?
Shout out to the R-/1 Big Boy on Instagram. Hassan Talib, StangMode 93 Super on your heels. Get ready. C8 Acco. Let's see who brags then. I get a lot of people calling me out and wanting to beat me. God bless you. I love the fun. It's all about having fun, the drag strip. If you want to bring your Supras, your Mustangs, your Corvettes, and you know, I just ask you to keep it like respectable and not, you know, make fun of my family or anything or threaten my life. And we'll have a good time and then, you know, take our cars out. Tunnel Chaser and StangMode. This is a great podcast. Seems like you guys already been doing this.
I kind of feel that way too. I feel like we are pros. I feel like, not to go, you know, all big headed, but I feel like this is it.
Don't go Joe Rogan and stay with this setup. It's pure and the job, Salty Stang.
What'd he say?
He said he likes the way it is now.
See?
So we can
guys, everybody comment. What do you want to do? Change it or keep it?
Okay, that's a good question. Do you guys like this setup, or, you know, do we do how about a local YouTube call out? We're thinking about that. We're gonna eventually get into that. We're gonna do that. Yeah. I can't call any of you out. I'm running 13.5s and 13. You can. There's some people you can still call out. They said Tony Kidd said keep it, so they do.
StangMode.
They do like it. What do your people say? Keep it. A lot of people like it, so we'll keep it.
Yeah.
Again, this will be available in about, let's say, about 3 to 4 weeks.
We're gonna start. We're gonna for the podcast.
For the podcast,
yeah, we're gonna look at like everything that we keep saying. It's gonna get bigger. This is our first night out here doing this, and I think it honestly put pretty well.
Theme is a little grungy.
Oh man, grungy, really?
Green screen, Ivan D.
We can't do that.
Okay,
it's too cheap. We can every once in a while for something special, but
traveling podcast for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, keep it. Where we'll have all types.
What about our audio,
things.
guys? Let us know. Is it like very crisp, clear? Is there any weird stuff going on? Do we sound really good or bad? I know I'm sounding nasally. I think I'm sick or this mic is just broken.
They want pictures and shit. So we'll have to layer over video.
All right, we'll get pictures and shit for you, buddy.
I agree. Leave it the way it is. Speed Addict said leave it the way it is. Sounds great. Again, if you guys like it, you have to like the video as well, because that's how YouTube kind of sends it out into their weird universe. So One Fast Street Car said audio was good.
See, I knew it was banter, not banter.
Need some cheesy beer signs. Okay, so in the back.
Oh, that's definitely cheesy beer sign. I love that idea.
We need some kind of, you know what we'll do is we'll eventually, maybe we can do this where we have a P.O. box.
Thank you, Fish Sticks.
And then people can send stuff. We'll hang it up behind us.
Oh, whoever said that.
Sounds loud but quickly fades. Just a poster of each of your cars.
Well, that's important. What's he say? Sounds loud.
But quickly fades.
Does everybody agree with that? Is there something going on? What do you mean?
Now, someone said sound is crystal clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, you know, other than our beautiful face, sound is...
He said Tunnel Chaser is quiet and seems a bit like a beta male next to the alpha male and Stang.
Little does he know.
I just made that comment up. I totally made that up. But
I was about to turn up my mic.
He was about to say, "Oh, I'm gonna
let this dude know.
Let him know what's up." So also, what we'll do is Let us know who you want to see in the podcast as guests. We'll even Skype people in who are, not close.
Yeah.
And we'll try to get them in and just kind of chew their brain. I'll also try to get people from Ford that are willing and able to join the podcast and just answer questions and kind of hang out with us. So it should be a lot of fun. Of course, other YouTubers, people in the industry, and just even some of the fans, feel free. We'll have stuff where we have some of you guys on the podcast with us, and we can just kind of hang out and talk about cars and see what happens.
Oh yeah, I kept getting quiet because I would just kind of whisper over this because like I said, he takes over the show, so I'm commenting on what you're saying as a nice whisper, like, hey, I agree with that over there.
I apologize if I listen. I don't mean to take over the show, but Batman needs a Robin, and that. No, I know. Let me tell you something about Tunnel Chaser. He's this. Listen, let me sing this guy's praises.
1 second. 1 second, please.
Go ahead,
Josh. Can I get a smoke, please? Do you got one of those?
I don't smoke, but you're about to lose a lot of subscribers. are leaving. Are going to be leaving.
Oh, see, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Go ahead.
This is me.
I love it. No, you're good. I like coffee and donuts.
He smokes crack and does heroin. He doesn't want to tell you guys because he's scared he'll lose it.
I like it.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it very much. Josh is my man.
No, see now Tunnel Chase is loosening up, so his alpha male is coming out. So he's gonna have the good old beard nicotine.
Listen, if you guys don't like it, sorry.
Guest by phone, Speed Addict 73 Run.
Oh, absolutely.
Xander, Orange GT, JD Joyride. No, we'd love to have them all. We're working on that where people can call in. So we'll have other YouTubers.
I'm set up for that, man. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, we can have people call in.
Skype, all that stuff. We are good to go.
Do we test that now?
What do you want to do? Do you want to do a call in?
I don't know.
I mean, listen, we can have a 1-800 number because we're live.
Yeah, we can.
Not a 1-800.
Yeah.
I can have a number for people to call in and speak to us.
Yeah, we can have some of you guys commenting. If you actually want to call the show, we can set that up too. Where
that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
We're full-blown radio at this point.
Yeah. I like it.
I'm getting
Rogan style, master the blunt. I like it. Tunnel Chaser and Incredible Hemi are the coolest guys on YouTube.
I would also agree with that.
The more beers, the better.
Okay. Yeah, right. Who wants to see? All right, everybody that's watching right now, who would rather see a beer in StangMode's hand than a coffee, Dunkin' Donuts coffee? Let me switch over real quick.
I'm still repping the good old. The only reason I'm not gonna drink beer right now is because I have to drive home. My mouth runs faster than my car. Beer, get a beer, one hand here, beer.
See? Listen, you guys have the wrong guy representing the Mustang community.
What?
I would have double-fisted beers. That is the Mustang community.
You want Stone Cold Steve Austin? Like, listen. Let's see what it says here. I like beer and coffee equally either way, so chug a beer.
I would agree, but coffee's a morning thing.
No beer, rum, scotch. I need something more classy.
Oh, rum is
delicious.
Some
scotch.
Scotch is
no.
Yeah, I can't handle it.
Okay, I need some classy.
It looks nice.
Let me tell you something. When the GT500 comes out,
yeah.
I will have a nice drink here, and I'll toast your Mopar beer, whatever you have, to what the exquisiteness of happens. At least he's not a Camaro guy with a mullet.
Don't tempt me, dude.
So, all right. Well,
everyone over here saying beer. All two people.
Mustang root is fed by their natural ice. Jay will cut to the videos. Okay. What happened to? Yeah, listen. We're gonna have if you're interested in ever having your car review, just hit me up on Instagram and we'll go from there. But, do we call it or?
That's up to you and the community.
All right.
I
feel like I keep going, but I feel
I can talk. I can just mention the comments all day long.
All right.
Mostly yours. My guys are just saying beer.
Audio's dead. Audio is dead. Audio is dead.
Everybody, please comment. Let us know if audio is dead. Message everybody, please.
Yeah, when we do the podcast, we'll just edit this dead stuff out.
I have no reason for dead audio at this point.
No, audio is not dead. We got trolled. How we get trolled in the live?
Oh, that's messed up, dude. You're gonna have us panicking. This is literally our first night. You do things like that, I start sweating.
I wanted to talk about some of the things that have to do with. I think we touched on it lightly about YouTube channels and the car channels, the car world. Like sometimes you'll get a video that goes crazy, and then you have a video that does nothing. So, what are your joys and frustrations with that world?
All right. So in the beginning, when I was doing videos, my videos were doing well for someone starting out, and I took advantage of that. Like I went out, I did some videos, and they were, I was getting 5, 7, 10,000, 20 for somebody who had nothing. That's amazing. I know my best video is a Dodge Demon reaction video at $250,000, but I have maybe 35 videos up, and then I took advantage of that, and now I see, like, if you guys ever do videos, if you see it's popping off like that, just keep busting your ass and hustling.
Yeah,
because that's the only way to go.
Yeah.
And now it's like I'm when I do a video, it's almost disappointing to see 500 views or whatever. And even you, I mean, you get 20, 30,000 views, which is great. But then all of a sudden, like we were talking before, you put all this time and effort into these videos and money, traveling, doing everything, and you get 30,000 views, and then you put up a video like with boosted F-150. It took you 10 minutes, no editing, and it's a 500,000 view type video.
It's hard. I think when you hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, you're pretty much solidified. But if you're in the 50,000 and below range,
I can't even say that, honestly.
You can't?
No, because
Go ahead.
There's people up there that I see dying. I think what happens is when you have a large fan base that's watching you, you stop attempting to bring in new fan base and appeal only to that fan base. And what happens is that fan base, I mean, let's face it, people today get tired easy. There's a few people that'll stick with you to the end. There's a few people that'll just watch you until they're tired of it.
That also brings me to the point of everybody saying just get a Mustang channel and that equals success. That's not as easy as you think.
We know a lot of guys that are busting their ass with Mustangs.
There's just to say, hey, I'm gonna buy a Mustang and start a channel. A lot of smaller channels that started it is you got to put in work, and it's kind of like this. You're only as good as your last video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know people who have million view videos, and the next video is like nothing. And you're like, I don't get it, because it's a volatile situation where you're like, overhead is crazy because you go to these events, you race your car, you modify it, and then your hope is that it turns into a base. It turns into something where you can, have people latch onto. Like, I try to take gambles, and my hope was with the new look that would kind of bring in more people, and it kind of backfired where a lot of people hated the look, but the money's been paid, the work's been done, so we're going to keep going. Dope Stank, check out MotorTube. I do know MotorTube, by the way. We actually were Instagramming each other. He's a young gentleman in Detroit. He has a Mopar and a Mustang, 18 Mustang. He does a lot of racing on the street. Okay. He hit me up on Instagram yesterday, so we're gonna try to get together.
Young kid, right?
Huh?
The young kid.
He's young.
He had a Hellcat.
He's young,
but
he has a great garage. Yeah, this salute.
Yeah.
Him and Tall Guy Reviews are.
Yeah.
But no, I think he's gonna go full Mustang. Most guys who go from Mopar go back to Mustang and are happy at Mustang. There's something about it. So, Tunnel Chaser, you should build an old Duster.
No.
Why?
I don't want to get into a build unless it's something I can destroy. I thought about something like getting, with what's his name, he's Leroy, I don't know why I can't think of
his
name.
Cletus? You mean the biggest car YouTuber in the planet right now? Cletus McFarlane?
So he has the C5 or something that he stripped down. Like that's something that I can get into. Taking a Corvette, stripping it down to nothing, a go-kart, and then if it gets hit, you're like, nah, you know.
So you want to take on Cletus?
No, that thing is crazy.
Would you gut the demon to make it just a frame and take on Cletus? Is that what's happening?
You couldn't.
You couldn't do it?
No, you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that like the Vet is. If you tried to do that with the demon, it would just be like it'd be hysterical, honestly.
It would. No one's done it.
Yeah, you can't do what you can do with the Corvette, the way that the platform's built.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is amazing, you know, to talk about someone like Cletus who basically has, you know, a lot of people think, and the idea is, I'm gonna get a Shelby GT500 and my channel will blow up. Or
let me tell you, it doesn't help.
It helps. Because
if I didn't have the demon, I would not know. I mean, I've been on 10, 15 different very large YouTube channels, and I'm all over YouTube. You know, not specifically my videos, but on their channels, and that helped me get in and get the views and get the subscribers that I had. So it does help, but I know there's a handful of demon channels out there that can't even break a couple hundred views, that can't even break 1,000 subscribers. So it helps if you put in the work to get it out there. Yeah. But if you expect to buy it and people are going to flock to you, that's not going to happen.
No, because there are many people who own awesome cars and then try the YouTube channel thing, and it's difficult. I just wanted to say a quick. There's a lot of people showing some love, so I just wanted to say thank you to them that said, "Hey, you know, I appreciate that you love the channel. That means a lot." Let's see here. Yeah, Shivo's Adventures, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that. No, I mean, it's something where you'll see someone with like 100,000 subscribers and they'll have views that are in the thousands, and you're thinking, how do you have where does 100,000 people do? They just see
people purchasing it.
They just be like, see, they purchase it maybe? I don't know.
Probably. That or they have a dead channel. That's what happens though. And as a tip to you guys, if you do get something and you want to start a YouTube channel and you want to put in the work and get yourself known within your niche. My issue was I got myself known with a lot of different people that weren't within my niche. And what happens is you gain subscribers, but those subscribers aren't necessarily interested in what you have. So they're not going to be loyal watchers. So me working with people like maybe even Incredible Hemi or RT Life, I'm going to gain valuable subscribers. He's texting his mom right now. And
go ahead.
Versus if I worked with StangMode, you know, you guys probably aren't interested in a demon. There's maybe a few of you guys that would be, and the rest of you aren't. So even if you came to my channel and subscribed, you're probably not going to watch. You're not going to be a loyal subscriber.
No, it's just because you have to come up with consistently interesting content all the time. And
here's a good question.
Go ahead.
When you're done. What do you guys think about the GTS Viper Family Cruising is buying a bought?
Say it again?
So Family Cruising.
Yeah.
You know,
the guy whose car burned down.
Yeah,
he bought a Viper.
So his engine blew, and then his car, he got it repaired. Controversy of whole, you know, getting money from people, and then had it fixed, and then it burnt down, and then he bought a Viper. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I mean, I was so confused, that whole situation.
I personally speak to Family Cruising, and I'm not going to question. You know, it's not my business. I don't care. If he did something shady, I really don't care. Do I think he did that? Probably not. Could he have done that? Sure. But if we're talking about that, I don't have an opinion. If we're talking about him getting the car, I think it's freaking awesome. Like, I think him getting the car, he's a big guy. I'm a big guy. I'm not making fun of him, but him getting in that car is just that alone I would watch. And he knows he makes fun of it himself. And I think it's hysterical. And I can't wait. He's going to be at the call out. We're going to try to do something together, and I'm going to be driving in his car. He's going to be driving mine, all that good stuff.
Siphon X just said it sounds like you're whispering into the mic and he can't hear you.
I try to do a sexy voice thing. I keep forgetting it's mostly men watching.
Okay. Yeah, he'll pick it up.
How about now? Sound any better?
Okay, let's see. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No, like we were talking about what were you just saying, by the way, about?
You're only interested in yourself. So family cruising.
Yeah. His engine failed.
So his engine blew rod through the block. He used money. He requested money from whatever, one of those charity things, and got the money from it. Dodge gave him half off, apparently, or something. I don't know if that's the case or if that was a rumor. But and then he got the car fixed shortly after driving it down a road. It burnt to the ground. Fuel leak issue into the engine. When I spoke to him, it didn't sound fishy, but who knows? I don't care either,
Yeah, I'm not insinuating that it's fishy at all. I'm just saying I didn't know.
A lot of people did.
I didn't know.
A lot of people did.
What happened. Yeah, I mean, it's hard because I think what happens is there's so much YouTube kind of like fake videos and things of that nature. So it's hard to kind of see what's going on with things. So
would you buy? I can't even pronounce that. Keggy Homer. Would you buy a red eye Hellcat if you didn't get a demon? Yes. I think the Charger, Challenger mostly now, not so much a Charger anymore, but it's the last of the muscle cars. Visually.
Well, the Hellcat, I don't understand the red eye name, by the way. What is that supposed to be? Like, it had these cool red eye, demon, and a Hellcat, demon, and you got red eye.
It's cooler than 350 and R and GT and the basic and Chevy's ZLE and ZR1.
I don't like the Z thing.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't get that.
ZTE2.
But the Cobra is a cool name. And the other thing is, I don't know what Mopar's obsession was with like evil and demonic forces, but I think they did.
Well, the Demon's been around since the 70s.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Mustang came out. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know it's been around the 70s, but correct me if I'm wrong if this portion of it. I believe the Mustang came out. It was a #1 seller, huge seller. Everybody wanted the Mustang. It wasn't really a muscle car, I don't think, when it first came out. And then they answered it with the Demon. So they have a little battle going on since the 70s with that car. And why they stopped, I don't remember. But the red eye is actually, what's weird is the red eye dual snorkel is what the Demon had on the original car in the 70s.
Oh, I didn't know that because I thought it was like, what is that, a WS6 package from a Pontiac Trans Am?
It does.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like, what is going on?
So, yeah, why the Demon didn't get that, I don't know. They just wanted to go with, like, nobody. Marketing said, let's have the biggest intake ever, as opposed to let's do a throwback to the original Demon. Makes no sense to me.
No, I agree. I think Mustang is responsible for, frankly, all of this, because the Camaro was dead. No one bought it, and they killed it, and then they bought it back.
Come on. The Mustang's responsible for all this.
How long was Challenger dead for? And
Charger? Who cares? Challenger, dude. Challenger soared before the Hellcat with that muscle car look that came out. No,
when it came out, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, Mustang created a segment that didn't exist. Hold on one second. We got another. Thank you so much. I have 31 people I follow on YouTube, and StangMode was the second one I follow, and I'm not going anywhere, bro.
Buddy, come over to my channel,
please. Talked to me at Mustang Week for 30 minutes, and I really appreciate it.
I'll give you 45 minutes.
Hey, you know what? I do want to just take a minute to say that the people I have met at Ford Nationals, American Muscle Show, Mustang Week, the subscribers meet, different things we go to, Cars and Coffee, it's been a total joy. One of the things about doing this is, yes, we love cars, but as cheesy as it sounds, it's about the people. I very much love to meet people. I would never have met these people before or known them from, Adam. And the fact that we can connect and have a conversation is just really, really humbling. And I really do appreciate their support. And I know sometimes it can be difficult because you know you deal with a lot of the trolls and people leaving negative comments. But you know, I see the likes and I see the support, and that is definitely what keeps me going. What you got?
Boosted F-150s on my channel saying we have to pump the numbers up over here because I have nobody watching. But please remember, I have like no subscribers in comparison to him. Also, Cage Homer. Oh, Cage. That's right. He did say something. Cage Homer Mopar is the #1 classic car out there. Do you both agree?
Say this again?
Cage Homer says that the Mopar is the #1 classic car. Well, I wouldn't say Mopar in general. If you're talking like Challenger, classic muscle car, as of right now, yes. You can't not give it that. It is the only car out there that still has the true muscle car look.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with. I mean, listen, what I like is, you know, I watch shows like Supernatural and things like that, and that's a pretty cool Charger. The 4-door Charger, that's a cool looking.
I don't know what's on there.
Okay, well, yeah. You know, as far as pop culture is concerned, I do like those particular cars. I
believe the Charger back in the day was just a 2-door car or something.
Somebody just joined that Orange GT said the best classic car is a 1995 Civic EX.
I would agree. That is a very classic car. It takes me back to Fast and Furious.
No, it did. It's not a. Oh, say Travis Brunham said I think it's a Challenger. It's not a Charger. It's a Challenger and Supernatural. So, no, wait, that's a '67 Impala, bro. So I'm being corrected, which is cool.
Well, because I think that the it's weird. I think the Challengers were 4 doors and the Chargers were 2 doors back in the day, or something similar.
We just got a Chevy guy here, Siphon X, who by the way shows me a lot of love in the Camaro forums. A lot of people love me in the Camaro forums. He said that the 6th generation Z01 looks like an amazing muscle car to me.
Yeah, Impala. They're saying Impala over here.
To talk about the Z01, let's give the Z01 some credit here. I will say
Camaro.
Yeah, the Camaro.
All those Z's are confusing.
The ZL1 Camaro 1LE, A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Camaro.
ZTE package.
I think in black it looks great. But really,
are we talking about the body that just came out?
The one that just came out. You don't like it?
No.
Really?
No.
Wait, do tell me.
Oh, it looks like guys, what is that Dodge? What are they ripping off? It looks like a Charger. No, what's the smaller version? The 200. What is it? A Dart. It looks like a Dart.
Wow.
Yeah, the front end looks like a Dart.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Before that, I would say, wow, it's very aggressive, crazy ass car. Do I want one? No. Would I? My aunt drives, one. I sat in it. It's kind of like not my thing. But
really?
The front end of it before this new style, it was amazing. Now they ruined it.
Okay, let's talk about that. The new Camaro's coming out, the 2019, which I will be reviewing.
Will you?
Yeah, I actually, by the way, exclusive. I need some news. Boom, 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 boom. I have a dealership.
We need one of those, like,
dropping. We're going to review a 19 Camaro SS with a 10-speed in the next couple of weeks. There's a dealership out here that is aware of the channel and wants my opinion on the 10-speed in the Camaro.
The gray came over here.
Good.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
So why do you think the Camaro is ugly for the 19?
Why do it's just dude? I can't without being properly set up to put up images. See, this is where we're going to get better at this.
Yeah.
Having these discussions, being able to pull images and stuff.
We'll be able to put images.
Having our crew over here setting things up, and all these guys over here working hard.
Muscle Empire. Yeah.
It's the front end. It looks like a bow tie. I mean, not a bow tie. What am I talking? It looks like the Dart. They squish it down. It has like the whole. Don't like it. I don't know how to explain it. Just don't like it.
I had this. I put a video out that I'm actually excited to see what it does performance-wise, because the Camaro's always doing stuff with performance.
Is it going to be any different?
But the 10-speed is new. I mean, they have it in the ZL1, but they have it in the SS is going to be something I'm excited to see what it does, because the 8-speed was great, but go ahead, you got something?
Oh, just people making fun of me. Like I said over on the other channel, Tunnel Chaser will keep his shirt on if we get a lot of people watching. I would agree. I will keep it on if you guys.
Someone said the new Camaro is as pretty as the Pontiac Aztec. James Russ, the Pontiac Aztec. That's from Breaking Bad, like one of the best shows ever.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad fan?
Yeah, I rewatched it. I never watched anything over again other than that show. It's the only show I ever rewatched.
I watched Breaking Bad. I actually had my appendix removed, and
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It was a lot of hamburgers, a lot of quarter pounders that led to that moment. But I watched Breaking Bad when I was in recovery, and I just love that show. That's just great. I always do weird things like, I am the one who knocks, and no one's like, all right, that was like 5 years ago, but I still love it.
I think it's longer than that.
Was it 5 years ago?
It might even be longer. When I got my car, it's either going to be a Challenger or a Mustang. Camaro wasn't even in the running.
It seems that way in the sales too, because I read recently, I think it was Motor Trend, it could be another automotive magazine, that Camaro guys said the Mustang is taking their lunch because it's moved where it used to be Mustang was the best selling, then Camaro, then Challenger. Challenger has now taken over even the Camaro's piece of the pie, if you will.
It's getting a lot of exposure.
Mm-hmm.
The gray. I just want to say this because I have no idea what he's talking about. Amy need to do that.
Do what?
I don't know.
I'm getting texts right now from my wife because she's like, "You didn't answer for 3 hours." I panicked. I was like, "I'm doing a podcast live." Come on.
I made sure I text everybody that would text me. Like,
she's at the Bruno Mars concert right now, so I'm her ride. But anyways, I digress. The thing too about in comparison to the Camaro, like I feel like I always equate it to what was that little kid story? The Three Bears. Is it Little Red Riding Hood? Or
yes.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
No.
Little Red Riding Hood was the fox, was the wolf.
Where she goes into the bed of the three bears. Goldilocks or something. So she goes to the bed and she's like, "This bed is too firm. This is too soft. This is just right." I feel like the Mustang is just the right bed. The firm one is the Camaro SS. The too soft one is the Challenger, and the just right is the Mustang. That's how that could be totally wrong, but
it depends. I would say what trim level.
Yeah.
Hellcat. No, Hellcat would be just right.
I like how everyone forgot about the Hellcat. It's like Demon, Red Eye, okay, Hellcat. Yeah, you're cool.
Know what? Well, the Hellcat's going to be the Mustang.
Huh?
The Hellcat's going to be the new Mustang.
You think?
Absolutely, because the new body style is coming out. The Red Eye's coming out. There's going to be wide bodies everywhere.
Listen, no offense, you guys had that Challenger body style.
Oh, I know.
Since I was in high school.
But here's the thing. Okay. Now they're going to be so cheap.
Uh-huh.
You're going to be able to pick up used ones 30 to 40 grand. Everyone's going to grab one.
And
and then eventually they're going to be 20 grand.
I'm going
to buy
they're
going to be the new they're going to be the new smashing in people.
People are going to run nines like not even caring.
Yeah.
But people lease the Hellcats.
Here's a question.
Dodgers smart to do that. Go ahead.
Yeah, they do lease. They lease. They do. You can get a cheap. Rex 2-1 Rex. What about the Mustang Raptor? What the fuck is that?
That's a concept that's not substantiated, but it's like a lifted Mustang.
And so the Mach 1?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what it looked like.
The Mach 1 is like their answer to Tesla.
Do I like the 1970 Barracuda? I don't know. I mean, I would love an old car. I love the idea of putting a key in, turning it, hearing it crank. You have to let go of the key. Rolling up windows, hearing doors creak. Any old car like that, I really like.
I had a chance to drive a 1965 Mustang. It was cool, but man, are we spoiled by like.
That was the classic.
At Gateway Classic Cars. We're gonna probably try to have some shows there eventually.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But we'll see how that goes. But air conditioning and power steering are a hell of a thing.
I would agree, but it's still...
The experience? Nostalgia?
Yeah. To be able to get in a car, to think back where, people didn't wear belts, there was no headrest, it was just a bench seat, or even if it was a bucket seat, there was no headrest, there was no safety, there was just, you start your car with a key, the clocks were analog, everything was analog, pushing in your cassette. There's something to that.
Yeah.
Hearing the click of it. It's like when...
How old are we? You just said cassettes.
Man, shut up.
We can't keep up with the young guys who are doing podcasts. I don't know how people do videos every day. Like, I got yelled at because I went to Mustang Week and I wasn't uploading every day, and someone was like, we deserve daily content. I was like, I don't want to give crap to you guys. Like, you know.
That's another thing. That kills your analytics, I guess you would call it. Yeah. You know, if you upload the same thing, there may be a few people that want to see it every day, but the majority of people don't want to see it every day. So you may want to deliver to those people, but if you want to keep your channel alive. You know,
well, I think people are moving from Instagram to YouTube. Like, I get so many Mustang guys on Instagram who hit me up and say, hey, I want to start a channel. And I said, you got to just do it. I mean.
Hemi Head said, what about an 8-track? That's way before my time.
That's before my time, too. Now, you know what?
Underdash record player.
What's going to happen is these muscle cars, this might be the last era of these cars. Because you're dealing with autonomous cars, electric cars now, hydrogen cars possibly. This might be it. This might be the best era ever.
It all depends who's in office.
Yeah.
You know, whoever's running the show for the EPA.
Yeah.
With Elon Musk coming out with the Roadster. All right, here's something I learned the other day.
Go ahead. We're talking about Elon Musk.
He's a unique dude. But the Roadster, I mean, the ludicrous mode on, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Back to back, no cooldowns. There's a cooldown. You cannot run that car without cooling it down. If you run it once or twice,
the batteries.
Yeah, no, the engines get too hot. It won't even let you run. Like our cars, if we don't let them cool down, we can still run. They won't run the best time.
They'll be slow.
But that won't let you run.
I wonder about the industry too. You think about, you know, we talk about aftermarket and you know, mechanics and parts and everything. That's that whole industry to change from gasoline to electric. You know, is it sustainable?
What, the switching over, is this sustainable? What do you mean?
Everyone's got to get like the plugs and things of that nature.
Adapters. Everyone's got adapters they're throwing.
You know, having like a solar powered car.
Is it sustainable? Yeah, absolutely.
They're already autonomous.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they're not fully because they're not allowed to, regulated by. Whatever.
Yeah, because that one guy was sleeping in his car and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh," which would be kind of cool though. I could edit in the car.
There is a guy who drove from here, roughly here, to Florida, fully hands-free. All he did was put a bottle on the steering wheel, so it thought it was touching. He was touching the wheel.
A bottle?
Like a water bottle. He strapped it to the wheel. Because the car wants you to touch every once in a while to know that you're still... What I don't get is if you fall asleep and you're not touching it, what's it going to do? Not be autonomous anymore? Like, that would be the dumbest thing.
Slow down and pull over to the side of the road?
Maybe. That's weird. It's really weird. No, your car pulled you over because you were sleeping.
Now they got this SpaceX thing, too.
They've had that for 10 years, man. Where you been?
No, I mean, they're going to keep ramping
They sent a Roadster into space.
Yeah.
Which is like... We talk about companies that want to make money nonstop, right? Tesla's like, let's just send a Roadster into space. Like,
Ultimate End said that Tesla is a death trap.
Is it? I don't know. It seems like computers can do things we can't. That's how I've come to learn.
First space car. No, but what I'm saying, the point I'm bringing up is this the end? Like, you know, we're talking about demons and red eyes and GT500s and
if the EP, it depends who's in office, what the EPA is doing. Eventually,
this is it.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, if the EPA is told that, hey, we need to have cars that are so and so electric for whatever, and that happens for a 10, 15, 20 year span, even if they go back and they revert the EPA laws, and they said, no, you can build 1,000 horsepower cars, nobody's going to buy them. There's going to be a handful of people that buy them.
But it's something about this sound, like Baron Glacius just said, there's something about the sound of the power plant that a Ford makes, like that V8 sound. It's like, it could be obsolete.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
But what do you can't, we can't stop it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I mean, like I said, with the Roadster, it's like 9 seconds? Like without trying. Like no driver skill. Floor it, 9 seconds. Quarter mile, done.
I mean, that sounds like the 2018 Mustang. No driver's skill. You just hit the gas and you're out. I love that too. Then that obviously that goes into the manual versus auto debate because manuals are dead by pretty much every state because the GT500 is going to be automatic.
Go green and send the Roadster into space.
That Roadster is cool looking, by the way.
I agree, and I think
the trucks are going to be autonomous.
Rex said this has turned into a very sad video. I think he's assuming because we're talking about how all fuel.
I know. Hey, listen. Let's pick it up. Listen, that's years away. For now, we're gonna have Venom kill demons. This is happening.
I hate to report this to you first, but there is no more fuel ran cars. It's all electric. It's a very sad day for us all.
No, I think that what happens is there'll be a combination of both. You know, I don't know if the hybrid Mustang is coming out is going to be like a
they will
Prius. I think it's gonna be like a Tesla kind, where it's gonna be a
Tesla's full electric unit.
No, like a half.
That's not Tesla.
No, you know what I mean. More like the NSX. No. Like the NSX. Yeah. Like, okay. You know, it uses both motors to do what it has to do.
Track car, I think that's amazing. You know, NSX gets that whole Vortex or whatever it's called turning where it control each individual wheel, kind of like all-wheel drive. But I don't know. Will they do it? Yeah, I think so. I think Ford has been on the edge of that stuff.
Well, they bought like 3-4 Model 3s, and you know for R&D. Oh yeah. Ford said a long time ago they're not a car company; they're a transportation company.
Well, Ford, like I said, when the twin turbo came out, Ford was on they were the one that's like, okay, laws are changing, we need to sort something out, and they spent millions, if not billions, in the friggin' their EcoBoost, and you know,
a lot,
yeah. And I think if they feel as if that is the new wave or that's how laws are going to change to, I think they'll be on the edge, the cutting edge of that. They want to be on top of it. Ford, people don't know it as, you know, Mustang's a huge seller, F-150 is a huge seller. Ford's actually one of the smallest top three. You know?
Well, you know, Ford used to be huge. They had Mazda and Volvo and Jaguar and all those, all those big, and they just sold everything off. The Range Rover.
They're being smart about it.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't take any bailout money. So
they did.
Ford
they
guys
paid it
love
back.
it.
I think they did take
Ford
back.
Guys love to
they took out ballot money. I think they paid it back their first year or something. Where everybody else was like, nah.
Yeah. Ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say 85 is exactly green from a farming and production standpoint.
What is this? What about the Ford 7L?
7 liter.
7 liter?
That's coming out.
Ford had a V10 truck, right?
I don't know as much about trucks. They had a V10. That's news to me.
Yeah, they had a V10 truck. I think it was a V10. They had a truck that was a V10 before. Maybe it was Chevy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I know Dodge had the Viper. They had a V10 in it.
Yeah, that was slow.
Not the Viper car, the Viper truck.
Yeah, but it wasn't as fast as you would think. Like,
yeah, because they never do that.
Your Ram is probably with some mods would beat that thing. You know, the 5.7.
V10 was trash. Tritron.
Ford had a V10 Excursion.
That's what it was?
That was an Excursion, yeah. That was from Exo Doja JGS. I'm messing this stuff up. What's up, Lord?
It took 2 hours.
Lord Darmark said, "What's up, Lord?" I that's a cool name, Lord Darmark. So but I don't want it to be too depressing. But the cool thing is, just like the GT350 value went down.
Ken Block's twin turbo Mustang.
Who?
Ken Block's twin turbo Mustang. He is a Mustang.
Yeah.
He's jumping on the bandwagon.
He goes all those cool things in Dubai.
He's always had hatchbacks, hatchbacks of some sort.
Everybody's got a Mustang. Everybody. Jim Caviezel does. You just watch the Daily.
Josh is looking to get a Mustang.
Listen, Mustang is the most popular sports car on the planet.
He's looking to get one. Look at this dude. He's reloading beers.
You guys, listen. Josh is our assistant today, and he's killing it giving adult beverages to tunnel chasers. So. By the way, I've tried. I don't know if no one's noticed, but I've scaled back dominating the podcast. Am I allowed to keep? Right. Have I done a good job?
He came from your channel to answer the question because I'm actually it.
You know what's cool? People might.
Everybody who does his Stang is ignoring is coming to my channel so that I can answer questions.
I'm trying to. Dodge and Ford has V10s. Ken uses supercharger. What legal factory Ford is beating a demon? I'll wait.
Well, legal? Nothing.
Yeah. you can say you don't have to wait anymore. Right now, the answer is that we're waiting on GT500, but you know, everyone talks about the Cobra Jet.
Was that a little inside? We're waiting on the GT500.
Just get these T-shirts; they're available.
I said if you beat me, if you get boosted and you beat me with the demon, your car versus the demon, I'm buying your car, and I'm gonna make more boosts.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who, again, we talked about it. Like everyone's getting.
Oh, Ivan D is breaking the bank with another $5.
Holler.
What are your thoughts on the Alfa Romeo chassis change? What about a Hemi Port and DI engine? 520 horsepower. Notice me. No idea what that is. The Alfa Romeo chassis change, please. It was the. I forget what it's called. I forget.
The Alfa Romeo, what, from like Australia?
I think FCA owns it now, actually. Ivan, please. I forget what the damn thing is called. There's like a 500 horsepower Alfa that has the chassis change. Gulia, yeah, or something like that. I can't pronounce it. I think it's awesome. I believe FCA owns it too, right? I don't remember. FCA is kind of buying things up. I think it's awesome. It's a 4-door family vehicle. Kind of reminds me of my G8 GXP, honestly. When you first get into it, like when I had a G8 GXP when they first came out in 2009, it was an LS3 motor, 6-speed manual in a 4-door family sedan. Yeah, it was wonderful, and that's essentially what this is. It's you know, it's dad's car that can go fast.
I mean, those G8s were cool. They sounded great. They sounded good, but they looked weird coming out of that body style.
What about a Hemi Port and direct injection engine, I guess? Because we don't have. You guys have multi-port direct injection and all that crap, right? Mm-hmm. If we did what Mustang did,
direct and port injection.
Yeah, we would destroy you. The Hemi does not. You guys, for your small, it's not small, but for your smaller amount of liter, comparison to us, like a 5.0 versus a 5.7 or something. If we had the same engineering put into that, we'd be huge. Our power would be
the main word there is if.
I know, right?
You know, the one thing about Mustangs is they're very underpowered torque-wise because, of course, they're smaller displacements, but you know that's going to happen.
You and I would be large inside. I don't know. Fiat owns. Well, Fiat's FCA, right?
Well, Fiat owns you guys.
Yeah, is that how that works?
Yeah, you're owned by a European company.
That's all right. I'm all right with that.
Not us.
You guys make your cars in Mexico too, so
not anymore. I don't think.
You don't think?
I think Trump said no bueno.
Yeah. Well, now because of that, it may end up coming back here.
Yeah.
Let's not make this a Trump thing.
I didn't.
Clean cool about Mustang Motors. I feel like I have to go back to Ivan because he gave me $10 now.
Yeah. By the way, I'm gonna keep trying to answer your questions. If you wanna be a super chat person, we appreciate the support for the podcast. Also, I just wanted to go back to some of the things that we're gonna try to do going forward.
Oh, what about the new Scat Pack 1320? What do you know about that?
It's basically you're trying to be like an 11-second stock car, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah. It has the Demon suspension. So they took all the Demon R&D and spread it amongst other cars.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a red eye and then ordered the suspension for 1320 and threw it on the red eye, what do you got?
A heavy Challenger.
You have the build of a Demon. I mean, minus the power chiller, you can get that too, because now they're all parts that are going to be easily ordered.
They come without the seat, right? You can get it without the seat, or like $1. What is that?
The
weird thing they always do?
Or the Demon?
No, I think 1320 does that too. It's like a $1 option to get a seat or something.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that. Yeah. That's old news now.
Yeah.
After the Demon, it was kind of like, meh. Who cares?
So everybody's waiting in Mopar for the new Challenger and Charger.
It's I hate to say it. It's just not new though. Like, how do you go so big with the Demon and then revert back? I don't know.
I almost feel like, and I hate to say it, from an outside perspective, I feel like Dodge is running out of ideas. It's like, let's throw a Hellcat motor in the Cherokee.
Well, that's what they're going to do. Yeah. I'm okay with it. Just don't revert back. Keep giving the Demon. If you're going to go full out with the Red Eye 797, just give us the Demon motor. Just give us the full power. Put it in everything and put it in the Charger. Give us all-wheel drive in the Charger with the Demon. Could you imagine what we would do with that amount of power from the factory in all-wheel drive mode?
Someone just wrote a comment. The Corvette 01 beats the Ford GT by 3 seconds.
What is it?
The Corvette 01 beat the Ford GT by 3 seconds.
The Ford GT by 3 seconds.
And the 2018 Mustang GT beat the 01 by 3 seconds on the 8th mile.
Yeah, but are we talking on the 8th mile?
The racetrack. You know, let's talk about the racetrack versus everybody's like, and this is, I guess it's kind of like annoys me in a way because everyone's always like, well, the lap times. I'm like, dude, that's like professional race car drivers running those times. Like, me or you or anybody can run to the drag strip and run a quarter mile. That's easy.
Correct.
But like a racetrack is not as easy as everyone acts like, well, I'll beat you by 3 or 4 seconds. And you're talking about like Randy Post and those guys running those times. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like, I went to the school in Millville here in New Jersey, the race. I paid my money and I had the instructors and I want to learn what it was about. That's a whole different science, braking and turning and lines and sight driving. And it's like, it's a lot of people like it and God bless them. But to say X beat this by 2 or 3 seconds, that's those people who really are professional race drivers. Like you and I going to Millville in a 01 or 4 GT, we're gonna be like 2 minutes off of all those times because you gotta.
And you know what? That's just like the Demon at the track. No. You know, you get a professional driver in the car, and now everybody expects you to do a 965.
And why is no one doing 965? Because that was a professional drag strip driver who knows what they're doing, who did that time. Yeah. Then you got Mr. who just. I remember there was a white Demon who came to the drag strip. This dude was almost killing people going down.
I asked him. I said, "What PSI you running?" He's which is one. It's odd for me to show up to the drag strip and then just bam, another Demon's there.
Yeah.
I feel like they made way more than 3,000, but he was running like 33 PSI or something. Yeah.
So and I'm sure. And when you go to like track, like the race track. First of all, it's very expensive. Just for me to do a lap day was like $400.
Yeah, it depends where you go. It could be $200 to $400. Yeah,
and they tell you, it's not about how fast you go. It's how fast you can, how good you can steer and brake. Is like what he was telling me. It's like it's not about speed. Like the straightaways are cool, but it's all about turn-ins and sight lines. Everybody wants
to drift around a corner, but
it looks cool.
Yeah. But that's not what it's
not about. I mean, I went to go ahead.
What we need to do, we need to go to the go-kart track, the indoor electric go-kart track.
Okay.
We need to do a video, something like that, dude.
We'll do times right there.
We'll do podcast.
We'll do it. We've already raced each other.
We can do times. I mean, because you got to think, if we go out to this track with 300-400, we can just kind of baseline it. Who's really going to be better in the corners? Because 10 horsepower doesn't matter, right? We're both even now. We're in a little cart. Doesn't matter if it's not our cars. We're going to see who really can drive better. Because if you took your Mustang and I took my Demon, it's two different worlds. I can be like, oh, well, the Demon's not meant to. And you can be like, oh, I had my 20-inch rims on there. They're chrome.
Well, listen, as long as we're at, as long as we can go to a place where it's legal,
Well, no, I mean, we'll go to a go-kart
That's why I don't go to the Mexico as much anymore because...
We'll go to a go-kart track.
Yeah, go-kart track or the drag strip or like the racetrack is where I go.
That's the thing. Because we would have to drive the same car to see. Like I would have to drive your Mustang, you have to drive my Demon, vice versa, to see who was really a better driver.
Let's do it.
Who was the better driver?
I like it.
I want to do that.
We could do that. I mean, that's why I don't. I touch base on the racing on the street, and I don't do that simply for the fact of I got my license suspended. For doing a burnout
in PA,
for a music video for 5 seconds, and I realized
what was that music video, by the
way? It was "Look Who I'm With" by a Tragic Hero. He's a friend. We were looking to do a rap single for the channel.
Oh wait, are you gonna be singing in this?
We're gonna be the whole thing.
Oh my god, I can't wait. Do it.
We're gonna do a whole rap. I've already written the lyrics. Just get ready. It's gonna be crazy.
I can't wait.
I have to get with his producers. We got to mix it all together. it's gonna be just talking about everything. You know, the drag strip, Mustangs, Hellcats, Demons. We got a whole thing lined up.
I can't wait.
It's gonna be crazy. You can do it back, and we'll see. Everyone does that nowadays, by the way.
What's that?
You don't have to be a rapper. Like, you don't have to be like, you know, J. Cole, or you don't have to be like Drake. You can just have some fun and make a weird like rap song and it just goes viral. So
as long as it's stupid enough.
I think this is so like Eminem level that it's probably hilariously bad, but you know, I'm scared to like bring out the rap video just because I'll probably lose so much support because I'm starting to rap over here and freestyle about the car, but you know, we'll see what happens.
I'm not sure, but I think again, there's still someone still making fun of me.
If you guys go ahead. What
never mind. He said, "Don't read it out loud."
Okay. Yeah, we got a diss track that's coming out soon. We're gonna just take on the whole everybody who hates on automatics.
I wouldn't say that because I know you had this whole stand set up at the show, and I wanted to get in on that.
Totally made up with Louder with Crowder. Tell us what that was from.
What was it?
You know Louder with Crowder, the YouTube channel where he goes like, abortion is wrong, change my mind, or something like that. No. Yeah. Well, that's what he does. Go ahead.
So automatics, as of right now, the way they are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They're a million times faster. Manuals are way more fun. So you're saying change my mind. Everybody's trying to say how manuals are better or something, but I don't want to tell you they're better. They're not better. They're not better as far as, I mean, look at the professionals. They don't use, you know, they went with what's faster. But get into a car and drive it with a manual, and but take it out to have fun. Like, it's your weekend car, not your daily driver. It's your weekend car. That manual is going to be so much more rewarding, so much more fun to shift gear. Even though you're not going to be the fastest, you may lose because you're in between a shift and you're falling back, forward, back. You know, it's just more rewarding.
Yeah, I mean, I would take a stick shift if it was a weekend car and I had the mountains of California and I had open roads. But I'm in the Northeast where just getting here today to the office, to the set was like a PIA. And, you know, I've had stick shift cars and I've done it. And again, it depends on.
James, thank you very much for coming, StangMode's channel.
Oh, yeah. Please do check out on Tunnel Chasers doing the same exact live stream, so you can go there and ask questions as well. There's a lot of comments coming in, so I'm going to try to get to them. If I'm missing you, I apologize. No, you know, the 10-speed thing is this. I drove, and I've said in a few of the videos, I drove the Shelby GT350, which you have to do, by the way.
Tyler.
He'll get it. We'll get that together. With the Tremec. And it's when you drive that kind of transmission.
Well, what's the difference? I heard you talking about that in the video. There's two different ones?
Yeah.
What were they?
The GT350 has a Tremec transmission in it, which is like basically what Ford should put in every Mustang if you're a stick shift.
What was the other option with the stick shift?
The MT82.
And what car came with that?
The GTs.
Okay. So only the GT350 or the 350R?
The GT350 and 350R get the Tremec transmission, which is the most amazing stick shift I've ever driven in my life.
What's the difference between the two?
Everything, the whole transmission, the gear ratios, the way everything.
It a shorter throw?
It's short. It's just it's weighted perfectly.
Yeah.
The way it feels, it's like fluid. The MT82 feels really notchy, and I hate it. And the reason I hate it is because I've had it myself for 3 years. It gets loose over time, and it's blown a lot. I've had people. I know friends who have they had the MT82 in the old generation before the 15, and they've taken it. If you modify your car on an MT82 with the Mustang, you get ready to change it soon because the MT82 is junk.
Yeah.
And I know there's ways to beef it up with the different kind of upgrades, but it's just gonna blow in the end. And this is how bad it is, right? Mustang made the Performance Pack Level 2, right? But it's a great car. Magnetic ride, awesome rims, great rubber, a whole thing. But they gave it to MT82, and the MT82 was just like, come on. If you gave it to Tremec, they didn't want to step on Shelby's toes again.
Yeah.
You gave it to Tremec. I got to take Brian from Rated R Cars Shelby out.
Yeah.
And let me go ahead, take a refill. I drove that. That was fun. That was the most fun experience I ever had driving a stick car, especially, was the Shelby GT350, because it was just so fun to drive that car. But again, for me, the thrill of a stick shift car is very fleeting. Like, everyone thinks it's like the whole time it's fun. There's just little sparks of fun. Like, you get the downshift, and it's like, oh, this is great. But then if you're taking a couple-hour drive, it kind of loses its appeal. But like, I would still have a weekend stick shift car. I would if I could. But for me, I'd take an automatic.
You're talking about the MT82, like a used porn star.
That's probably what it is. I mean, I'll be real with you. It needs to retire.
There's some used porn stars that I wouldn't mind having around, though.
Listen, I tell you what, MT82 is basically, it's time to change. I hope that the S650 does something different. But if you ever get a chance, because the Challenger doesn't come in manual.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Hellcats, no Demon. The Charger doesn't come in manual. The Challenger does in Hellcat and any trim level down.
Actually, I'm so stupid. I drove a Challenger on the channel in stick shift, and the throws were like long. I was like,
yeah, I haven't been in
boom,
one. So.
boom. You know, it was like but it was very much a muscle car experience. But I wasn't nothing compared to.
I went from, I forget what transmission it was, but it was basically the Corvette drivetrain at the time and the 09 GXP. It was amazing. The throws were so short. It was kind of like dink, dink, dink. And I had a BMW E39, and that was like the truck. Like, and they built it for, luxury. And there's a difference. And I don't know why the Hellcat would come something. I haven't driven one, but I don't know why it would come with something so long.
Yeah, the one thing about the old Mustang clutch is your leg would literally be sore. I mean, you're pushing down that clutch. Like, it's really heavy.
I like that.
You like that? Yeah. Like, I know my first time in a BMW stick shift, it was like I just tapped it. It was like, you just kind of go in there. But, I think that it's important to have a stick shift car, but to always... Oh, hey, we got some love. Shelby Muscle. Love the channel. Keep it up. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you checking in and providing some support for the live stream. Means a lot to me and helps me to continuing going. You looking at something?
Oh, no.
You see?
I assume that he has a channel,
right? Shelby Muscle?
Yeah.
I don't know, but he has two great names. Shelby and Muscle are synonymous. Yeah. Just like, Dodge and cruise ship are.
I would say if you're starting a channel, don't put yourself in a niche, though.
Yeah, that's a good point. By saying StangMode, this is it.
Yeah.
But that's okay because I'm a Mustang fanatic. Like, I just love Mustangs, and I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm kind of obsessed with it. But
what about paddle shifters and autos?
Unless you have those dual clutch, it's kind of a delay. The only time I use a paddle shifter on mine
is to drop down.
And then I flick it back into just so I like the transmission take over.
I mean, I use it all the time because it's fun to downshift and stuff. But if you're racing, there's no point until.
Like,
I shouldn't say that. At a track, the car's not going to know that you want to be in third, or second, or So using a paddle shifter, it may be slower, but really you're going to be in the optimal gear because you know what the optimal gear is for that turn. I'm not talking about drag strip. I'm talking about taking corners. You're going to know what the optimal gear is for that turn once you know that track. And using paddle shifters is going to be ideal.
You got to learn the track.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course,
every track is you got to get memberships. We went to, I don't know if you guys have seen the video, but, check it out. Ford gave us the opportunity, and I'm still thankful for it, to test drive the Performance Pack Level 2 up in New York on the track. And it was like when they had these really bad storms. But I had this instructor with me who was giving me instructions. And, man, this dude would not, let me drive the car. He was just, instructing me every 5 seconds. And then at first I was annoyed. Yeah. But then I was editing. I was like, wow, there was a lot of instructions involved because if you lose it, you could lose it a lot easier on a racetrack than a drag strip.
Yeah, but the difference between that is usually on a track, you're running into grass. Mm-hmm. At a drag strip, you're going into a wall.
Like SRT Mush did.
Yeah.
Which I still think that there was oil on the track. I don't. That's
he
my
had a
personal.
Wobble. He had a wobble.
He did. Okay.
He has a wobble. Yeah, he had it when I saw him at the call out.
Now, was it just a matter of something was wrong with the tire?
I don't know why he had a bad.
That
wobble.
reminds me, safety first. If you're, by the way, it looks all fun to just go to the drag strip and do these burnouts but just guys, really be careful, be safe, make sure that everything is really tightened down properly to spec, and you don't take any risks. Or I see some people without helmets racing, and I'm gonna sound like a dad here, but I am. Just be careful, because race jackets.
People get in there and they think like, oh, you're just going down a straight line, but you lose it out of nowhere.
I've seen, I'm surprised. That's why the Demon's outlawed, because you guys don't have a drag, what do you call it?
Outlawed.
Yeah, well, I mean, they like to say that, and NHRA rules.
Yeah, well, yeah, some tracks don't care.
Yeah,
and I actually had a track at Cecil. Cecil was like, hey, listen, I think it was Cecil, and they said, you're going to need a cage. And I was like, for what? He was like, I know what that car can do. I said, but it didn't do it. So I think I don't know what that was all about, but hitting the wall at 9.9 at a 9.9 second car versus a car that does 10.2 is no different.
I agree.
So
but rules are rules.
No, I get it. And even still, the seatbelts, someone made a point before, the seatbelts in the car are going to do anything at 140 if you're hitting it at the end of the track.
Pardon me, sir. We just have another donation from Scott Plagman. $20. Thank you so much.
Ivan, I just need to let you know I love you very much for coming over here and giving me money. Why, this dude's reaping in cash. He's got to take me out.
Feel free. We'll go out to eat after this. Okay. We should keep let's order in some pizza. Scott Plagman, thank you so much. Also, guys, if you're donating for a super chat, please feel free to ask any question, or if you have anything that you're curious about.
Ask him what conditioner he uses in his beard.
That
save it for the super chat.
Yeah, we'll save it for the super chat. If you have a question about the beard or personal questions, this super chat's the way to go. But so someone says Cecil County sometimes gets butthurt and they throw the rule book away at you. Yeah, some places are very strict over others. When someone sees a Dodge Demon, they're going to honestly say, yeah. Yeah, call Vortech, tell them you got Whipple. got the Whipple money now.
That's great.
Oh man,
that is good.
That is funny. When you get a join button like Cletus, look up.
For that.
Yeah,
that's right. So it's like Patreon.
Oh yeah,
but
you have to
YouTube,
have 100,000.
YouTube jumped in on that.
Yeah. One of the questions I always get is, do I do this full time? And
yes, he does.
I do it full time, but I still have
another full time.
I still have a full time job and a family, and I literally go I'm going hard a lot. But the thing is, and I think Vin will talk about this too. We just have this weird passion that keeps us driving forward, even if we're not one of the bigger channels, but we still just love this stuff.
Well, you inspire to be. Everybody that gets on YouTube says I do it for fun, and I agree with that. But at the same time, I think what motivates you is to think that you could do this full time for fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and that's what it is. If right now where we're at, it would be stressful if you didn't have a full time job to pay for what you're doing. If you're it's hard. Every situation is going to be different. But if you're doing this for solely fun, it's great. Money may come in if that's true. If that's truly a passion that you're doing. I have so much fun. I'm not making any money on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm not bringing in any cash. And it's the most amazing thing in the world. I met so many people. I have so much fun. I go out to different events.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have known you from Adam until we.
If I didn't have a demon, you would never spoke to me.
Yeah. and vice versa. Listen, I feel like ordering some pizza, to be honest with you.
We can.
Because
I should use the bathroom, honestly. How do we take those breaks?
How about you go take a break? I'm good.
Okay.
I'm actually drinking.
Well, you're not 6 beers in.
No, I'm just a coffee in. So you go ahead and I'll hijack the podcast. Well,
I should have set up another camera just to zoom in on your beautiful face.
You're
when
good.
I go to the
no,
bathroom.
This is fine. I appreciate I get to take over the podcast. I've been waiting for this. Get out of here. No,
right.
We're gonna.
All right, you go. Listen. I'm just going.
Yeah, let's order some pizza and.
Right, I'll go over there. I'll order pizza and use the bathroom.
Okay, cool. Now we're gonna really have some fun because now I get to really talk trash. on Tunnel Chaser. No, I'm just kidding. He's gonna go to the facilities, and then what we're gonna do is open the floor up to any questions you have about the Black Mamba, the channel that I have itself, and we'll go from there. Again, Super Chat is open if you guys have a burning question you want to help support the channel, and we'll try to answer those first. Really appreciate everyone who's donated so far. It's really, it's awesome. And again, as you can see, I can't believe it's been 2.5 hours, but we're just flying through this because we just love talking about this stuff. Let's see. We got some questions. Louver's back, but are you keeping the scoops off? Yeah, for now, the scoops are staying off just because of the way that I'm going to go to a wind tunnel soon, by the way. A friend of mine has a wind tunnel, and we're going to see how we'll have one side with the scoop, and we'll see how the air flows around it just for the sake of the questions. John Smith. The Black Mamba's going back to the drag strip. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we're flying in Xander 13 Automotive on Friday. His car's unfortunately got some dings on it, so we're flying him down. I'm going to pick him up from the airport on Friday. He's going to install the headers, and then we're going back to the drag strip next week. So we're going to go hard, headers, E85, and then try to get those 10s. So it should be fun. I'm excited. We're going to hang out with Booster Addictions, of course, Vin, anybody. Expect a lot of collaborative videos while he stays with us for a couple of days. So it should be good to do that kind of stuff. So we're excited about that. At the drag strip, I race in drag mode, and I turn traction control off. That just seems to be the recipe for success. So we'll see what. Oh yeah, did I find out why the Stang ran slower? Yeah, it was a combination of I had too much 93 in the tank and 85 didn't cycle through enough. So we're back on full 85, and we changed the oil, and the car feels like she's better than ever. I wish I can go back to the drag strip before Friday, but it's no drag strips open. So we'll just go back to the drag strip with our headers and with our E85 and go to town before the Vortech comes in. So when the Vortech comes in, we're going to try to kill Tunnel Chaser's demon and go from there. Some questions about Florida. I do want to come to Florida. I actually, if you guys know or don't know, Rob Shoemaker is a really good friend, and he's also works at Palm Beach Dyno. So we've always talked about us taking a road trip down, hanging out, doing some things, maybe bringing this gentleman with me when doing some shows down there. So we'll see what's up. But Florida seems to have a really good car. Whoa, here we go. Sinjin K, $20. Pizza After World. Love the channel and passion. The Stang mode is a 10-speed glitches in the bad batch of motors resolved 2019 Stangs. I want to buy a new GT. Thank you so much for your support. Yes, the 2019 has taken care of anything. You know, whenever a new car comes out, like a new engine, new transmission, even new look, sometimes it's best to, and I didn't mind being the guinea pig. I believe I was one of the first with the 2018s on YouTube. To definitely go ahead and, if you're concerned about those issues, the tick or the transmission issues with MT82, feel free to go for the 2019. I think that 2019 has, they worked out any kind of kinks or issues that the 2018 may have had. So feel free. I think you'll enjoy the 2019. Again, you gotta get it, and I know people might not like it, but please get the 2019 with the 401A package. I know the package is changing a little bit. You gotta get the digital dash. The options are epic. Oh my gosh! And please do yourself a favor and get the. I lose sleep over a Magna Ride. Please get the Magna Ride. I don't have the Magna Ride. It's so good. The Magna Ride, get the obviously GT and the 10-speed. That is the way to get that car, and you'll be surprising a lot of cars that are a lot faster than you. Just like Gold Pony, who's checking in right now. He got a nice green Stangosaurus is the name of his build. Would like to see that in person one of these days. We'll be collaborating eventually. He got some mods in, so stay tuned for that. So, again, I guess I can say this is a one-up for the Mustang. You see all these YouTube channels, they just know that the Mustang is where it's at. There's been enough Mustangs on the channels that realize, hey, this is a really awesome platform. You can break it, you can build it, you can redo it, and it's really just a fun, awesome car where you can make it just a straight car where you go and you hard park it, or you can take it to the drag strip, or a combination of both is what we tried to do. So I'm just excited. I try to do things, you know, this is what I endeavor to do. I want to do things where if you feel like you want to copy off of that, you can do so, and I'll let you know what works and what doesn't work. The car that we have now is very minimal modifications. It's literally just 3 mods, JLT color intake, Steeda Stop Hop Kit, and an E85 tune from Rob Shoemaker. So that does the trick. And, of course, you got to get some tires. Go ahead. Okay, he's back, so.
The StangMode is comfortable talking.
Listen, I tell you what, it's bad. I could talk for a while. My videos are so long.
Pizza is ordered.
So yeah, we're gonna break bread together. Yeah. So you guys should order pizza as well. We can eat, or you can eat with us.
My watchers actually went up while I was gone.
Nice.
Now they'll drop. I'm back.
No, it's all good. I didn't realize. Listen, we had. What did we say? We said about
1 hour.
1 hour, right?
2:30 right now.
We're going on 2 hours and 30 minutes. And thank you for the people who are hanging on tight. 91 to keep 100 people close to watching for over 2.5 hours it's pretty good.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I'm okay with my 10 people that keep watching.
Listen, I'll take it. It means it means a lot.
I got wife in the kitchen.
What happened?
I got the wife in the kitchen.
What do we order? What kind of pizza do we order?
Just plain pizza. Josh doesn't do the.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do we have any soda?
I ordered that as well.
You're the man. Listen, this guy, go out to eat with this guy. He's always trying to get the bill. I had to force him to let me pay. But, you know, you guys still have 100 people. Why not keep going until you guys are just tired of talking?
That's what he said, dude. I'm not even going to. I would keep going just until there says 0. If there's one person watching, I will talk to that one person. The call-in. We really need to do the call-in.
Oh, we got to do the call-in. Yeah, call-in maybe next week?
Absolutely.
Do the call-in?
Yeah.
We'll get a guest next week, and then we'll let people call in and do super chat.
Yeah.
And we'll give them we got to get a 1-800 number set up. Yeah, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to Paul Morris just came up with a challenge. So I'm making a challenge: match or beat my $50 donation. So the comments are being lit. So we're gonna have people be. You can call in next week as well. We'll have that set up. So
yeah,
that'd be kind of neat.
I think that'd be cool.
You get to hear your voice in the podcast and kind of debate. I'm gonna get someone who's gonna rip me apart. Wow.
I hope that happens. I'm gonna pay somebody.
They're gonna be like, "Listen,
to rip you apart.
I can't stand your beard. I hate your black rap. I hate automatics. It's gonna be great.
It is gonna be great."
You know, the other thing we talked about was like, hey, if you want to call in, go ahead. Everybody, it's an open forum. This is what people Sam saying. Imagine if I call in. So go ahead.
We just need to figure out how we're
gonna do it. Yeah, we can do it, and then
because if I just give the number out, people are just gonna like. I guess we could just answer it like a board. I don't care. You know, it'd be funny. Actually, it'd be really good.
I hate your I love haters hats.
I need one of those.
Yeah, no, we got.
I mean, I'm not paying for it, but
no, I have it. I gave some away at Mustang Week, so
I'm gonna work.
How much air do I in the rear tires when I'm at the drag strip? About 17, 18 psi, and then driving normally it's about 30.
It depends on the tire and wheel.
Google has free numbers, by the way. We just got a comment.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Numbers. I'm going to do something else, though. This way, if you use burner and it gets crazy, we can always burn the number and go to another one.
Yeah. No, because I've always, like, you know, I listen to sports radio, and I like people calling in and, you know, kind of giving their opinion on things. So
I think it's amazing. I think that this is exciting me right now for people to call in.
Yeah.
I want to hear the trolls. Yeah.
I don't think there's that many trolls. I think there's, like, if you think about it, if you got 10,000 people watching and there's like 5 mean comments, it's a pretty good ratio of people who. But you know, we're human.
Well, you got to think most of the people that are actually watching aren't they want to watch you.
Yeah, we listen. There's gonna be human like I like when the video. I have a video that was released at 7 and it's 7:01. The video is like 20 minutes long. There's already a dislike. You got a minute in, or it's automatically click dislike. So, you know, it is funny though, because when you first start out,
well, you dislike my videos as soon as they go up.
Well, I didn't take it off. Once you comment back, I say okay. I keep you the comment. I like to troll you back and forth, but you know, ET Streets R is like 16 to 18 and 18. Yep, that's right. Tires are important. We went with Mickey's, and we went to ET Street SS's, but when we get the Vortech, we'll probably have to upgrade to the R's so they can properly grip and stick, you know, and go. What people are asking, what brand of pizza did we get? Papa John's, Pizza Hut, or local spot?
What happened?
What brand of pizza did we order?
It's just some local spot.
Local spot.
Yeah,
okay.
Around here at this time of night, you got like the choice between 2 different places, worse or worser.
Gotcha. This is so cool. This is fun. I'm seriously having a great time.
I like it. Really I'm actually trying to set up a number right now to see if we can do
set
anything.
up a number so we can do that. Okay, what guests do we have next week?
What guests will we have? Can we say that?
I don't know.
I really don't know.
Let's not spoil it. We'll put it on. We'll put it on. On Instagram.
I didn't even get to promote it on Instagram. I might have had 12
Yeah, I thought you were gonna promote it, and he made me do it.
Well, dude, I came here rushing.
Listen, I ain't gonna front. He came in here whipping around.
Yeah.
Almost ran me over in his Ram, and we got it done. But yes, the Black Mamba is finally getting boosted. So, you know, we're gonna go from there. I think it's gonna have, you know, I'm hoping for low to mid 7 to the wheel, but you know, we'll see. Again, when you go from close to 500 horsepower and then jump that by almost 3, you got to be conservative. So we're gonna take it in steps, and then we're gonna take it in waves. So, you know, we'll see. Boy, these side scoops are popular. I've been watching your build since the beginning. Wasn't sure how I felt about the side scoops. They've grown on me. Your car is unique. Love the build this far. Thank you so much for the support. I thought about the RTR grills. I saw them on that orange GT's Mustang. They look really good, but we'll see. That's the thing about looks. You can always mess around and change things. Take scoops on, take scoops off. Different grills, different hoods. The install of the Vortech is going to be a local shop here that does Vortech. They did the Vortech install on Michael Mack's Mustang, so we're going to go with them. I know Regular Car Garage already offered to do it for free, so if they're because I think he supercharged his 16 Mustang, and then he whippled his Camaro. But he's like, yo, let's hang out. So, you know, if I can't get it with them, I do need to get to go E85 on that, you have to get a new fuel system. So, unfortunately, I think by the time the call out comes, will only be 93 for the call out. But, you know, time is of the essence. But, yeah, I mean, that is the name of the GT500 motor is actually the Predator. But, you know, we'll see what happens. But this guy's walking around like he's on a mission to do something.
Oh, I am.
What's going down?
RT Life is back. He just keeps laughing in the comments.
RT Life, does he have any valuable feedback to give? Booster pump. Yeah, the booster pump is something that I was told about too, but like for the
Fishstick has been here for nearly 3 hours. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I try to be very cautious about things that are kind of, what can I say, the kill tunes, and just do it now so that we can get the times and go, because again, this is my daily driver, and I have this Mustang I take everywhere. Like, I remember my defender was like, "This your daily driver?" And I said, "Yeah." I don't have a Porsche Panamera and a Dodge Durango and a Hellcat. I just have a Mustang GT. So I try to be careful. So I know the booster pump is something that people have said. But for now, we're going to do the Vortech supercharger with the 93 tune. And then we're going to keep progressing. We're going to keep trying to progress and go from there. And we'll see what happens.
Let's get RT Life to call in to do a little test. RT Life, if you're paying attention, give us a call. Give me a call on my cell phone.
I don't know if you guys know who RT Life is, but he has a 345 Charger, and him and Tunnel Chaser do videos together like every week.
No, we did like 2 videos. Dude can just make a crap load of videos out of nothing.
Yeah, he makes like 5 videos. This would be like a 10 video deal. So again, when we do the podcast and it's uploaded, a lot of this stuff will be edited out, so there's not much dead air of us.
Is there any leaks on the GT500? Another Mustang question for you.
Any leaks?
Oh, look at this. Hold on. Speed Addict 731. What's up, Tunnel Chaser? I came over to show some love. Thank you, Speed Addict. Is you know what it is? You're not paying any attention to him. Hold on. RT Life is calling me.
He's got to call the 1-800 number. No, Speed Addict 731 is a gentleman I met at
RT Life. You there?
Yo.
What's up, man? Hold on. Let everybody let us know if you can hear RT Life.
Do you guys hear? We're testing our first call in. Do you guys hear RT Life on your computer?
Go ahead and talk.
All right. So Vin has only been in 23 videos. That is. Can you hear me though?
I can hear you. We can hear you perfectly.
Clear.
I'm just waiting for everybody.
Everybody's saying they hear him.
Oh, that's great.
They hear him.
Go ahead.
All right.
Welcome to the show.
How the heck have you guys been talking for 3 hours? Holy hell.
Well, I've been dealing with it because I have a lot of beer. This dude can just talk nonstop.
I can talk. It's a gift. Yeah, I can talk. But
has Tunnel Chaser been mildly serious at all?
No.
No.
Not at all.
I don't think he has a serious bone in his body.
Oh, God.
I'll tell you, I mean, if you could hear me, I could barely hear you guys.
Really?
So, yeah, I mean, it's very, like, echoey. So
I do hear you. And, by the way, if you want to talk a little bit about the fact that, oh, wait a minute, I had to answer this guy as a question. This guy asked a question. Is Vortech a sponsor of yours? Because if they are, I understand why you went with them. I am paying for my Vortech. A lot of people think that I'm just getting free parts all over town. I do pay for my parts. Some parts I do get a discount on, or they're what you call pre-production parts that we get to try out on the car. But no, I'm waiting to get paid, and then you'll see a video of me ordering the Vortech and an unboxing. So, again, we went Whipple because we didn't go Whipple because that's about double the price and an easier install. But I didn't mean to cut you off there, RT Life. I had to answer that gentleman's question. Can you tell us about the fact you're getting some cams I saw in your last video? What's going on with that?
Yes, sir. So, Incredible Hemi has laid a whooping on me in a race, and that has very much influenced my decision. I was bouncing the idea of going forced air, just like you, or a cam, and, you know, Nick is doing an awesome job with his Ram. He went with a J Green cam, tune, and a couple other goodies, and I think I'm going to be going that route. I just ordered my cam this past week, so everything should start flooding in, and I'm hoping to get it in for the October call-out.
Okay, so you are racing the 345 with the cam. All right, so RT Life's is not coming to lose there. He's coming. He's
gonna. I think he's.
Well,
he's coming after you.
Hey, listen, man. I am the tortoise in the group. I know I'm not going there and crushing souls or anything like that. I'm going to be most likely the slowest car there, but I'm really hoping to prove something to myself. It will be my first time drag racing. I'm hoping that I can get into the 12s with the setup that I have currently with the cam and everything. So we're going to see how it plays out. You know, I'm going there to have some fun, but definitely of all the YouTubers, I would say that I would be the tortoise of the group.
Well, I think the only downfall is that it's going to be your first time at the drag strip. Other than that, StangMode would have some stiff competition.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is, just so you guys know, Archie Life was invited to the last call out. He couldn't make it. Neither could Tunnel Chaser, but they're coming this time to play. So I'm excited to see what they run. Also, I did have a chance to drive, in a brief way, the 345, and she picks up off the line. I think with that cam and what that engine does in just Incredible Hemi's truck, I'm excited to see. Are you gonna get some nice tires on there, or?
Yeah, so I'm gonna end up going with the NT05s, the Nittos.
Nice.
And yeah, you know what? I'm the cam that I'm getting is set up for summer performance tires, not drag radials. So it's a little bit of a different cam than what Incredible Hemi has. The one that I'm getting is going to help me a little bit more in the top end, which is what you just said. You know, like when you're driving it, it feels like it just kind of dies after 50, 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's when that cam is going to kick in.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Are you going to get the nice little that cam tune, that blah 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 blah? I gotta see. I gotta hear that.
The like the big lope or whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It's not gonna be an oversized cam.
Got it.
So it's not gonna. It'll have a nice deep rumble to it, but it's like in idle. It's not gonna be like like those old school muscle cars.
Maybe I'm wrong, but sometimes a lot of people love it, but sometimes like it doesn't sound like it's about to like die.
Yeah, and that's what the great part about it is, though. I love that.
It does. It sounds like it's ready to die until you hit that gas pedal, and it's like, wah. It sounds great, though. I personally, I like it, but I drive my car very often. It's not just a weekend warrior or, I cover it or anything like that. So I do have to drive it. Drivability is definitely a factor. So,
I think I need you on more because my viewers shut up when you called in.
Yeah, listen, I need to get another Mustang guy up here. No, I think what's cool about RT Life's car is that the underdog thing is huge because when I went to the first call out when done, I was one of the slowest cars there. So people like kind of look past you because you have, everyone's supercharged or everyone has these epic builds. And you come there with 345 or like a Mustang GT, and everyone like turns their neck like, what did you just do? You know what I mean? So I'm actually excited to see what the 345 is going to do. Because, like, I mean, if you're supercharged, if you're not running low 10s or high 9s, you're like slow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, everybody overlooks you and all of that, but you know what? It's fun. It's all in
You know what, though?
And,
for everybody overlooking.
and hopefully you pull out some wins and surprise some people, and that's what it's all about, just having some fun, right?
Everybody overlooking your channel is still growing at a decent rate, a very decent rate.
Mm-hmm.
And you're shocking everybody at this point. I think
every channel that has a Hellcat or Demon, RT Life is like the post child for like, I don't need that car and I'm still gonna kick ass.
Yeah.
So
he just recently surpassed Driveway Demons in subscribers, and he's always surpassed him in views as well. Yeah. And it's amazing. Driveway Demons has a Hellcat.
Imagine if he was a Mustang, man.
Oh, my God. He'd be the next woman driven.
I'll tell you, you guys with the Mustangs, you guys are growing like crazy. I looked at some of these Mustang channels with 18s, and, man.
We were just talking about it. Like,
it's definitely the hot thing. It's the hot car right now.
Even the big channels, like we thought RP Productions and some of the other people are getting 18s. He got a stick shift, so that was, in my opinion, a mistake. But, yeah, it's the hot car right now. I mean, Street Speed can put a Mustang thumbnail in there and it'll get like 500,000 views.
It does,
what? Mustang.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of channels that have converted over to the Mustang. And I think it's because StangMode has successfully converted many of these people at the call-out.
I think that's what happened. And I think also what happened is they're realizing they're like, this chump's getting a lot of views off of that car. So we're gonna get.
That's very true.
But you know what? I will say one thing about RT Life and even myself. We're like he's like diehard Mopar, like, and I'm like diehard Mustang. Like we might have smaller channels.
Yeah.
Like a big channel might get like they might get like a 392 or 345. They're going to get rid of it in like 3-4 months.
Well, I'm a smaller channel. I have no problem doing that as well.
Hey, Stang, tell everybody to go watch mine and Vin's review on your awesome.
Yeah, yeah. See, we have a lot of fun because we're in a close vicinity. So, RT Life did drive the Black Mamba gutted with Ben in the back seat, so that was a good time. So you can check out RT Life's channel for that video. And then I did race the Black Mamba in RT Life's 345. So the rematch is coming. So it should be a good time. We're definitely gonna race each other at the call out and for fun, and we'll try to do a podcast there too, right?
Absolutely. Everybody there. At least after the call.
I already know what the result is going to be. I just think it would just be fun just to do it anyway, right?
I don't know. You're gonna be cammed.
All right, guys. I gotta get out of here. But
wow. That's all we get. I thought we were getting a full hour out of this. Hey, thanks so much for checking in, brother. God bless you, man.
Talk to you, buddy.
All right, guys.
Later.
Have a great night.
We still got pizza coming. These guys are like, I'm out of here now.
That's awesome. So we are set up for taking calls.
We are officially set up for taking calls. 93 people are watching still. My gosh. 93 people have given 3 hours of their life to us just talking and hanging out. Thank you so much. And again, thank you to people who supported with donations. That's pretty cool. I got to get back to the chat. There's a lot of chats.
Hold on. Here's one for you. This is an important question. I'm looking at buying 11 or 2011 12 Mustang 5-liter manual. What's StangMode's thoughts on those?
That is the 11 is the first 5.0 that came back. They had the 4.6 in the 2010. So the 5.0 came back. 2011, 2012 is great. They're fast. No problem with that at all. It's a great choice. Great choice.
So you approve?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And the fact that they're so much cheaper, I was still, again, you're gonna hate me. I wouldn't go with automatic, but I guess because I hate the MT82.
Even in 11 and 12?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, MT82 is proven to give issues. My cousin has an 11. I mean, it was funny because he had 11-second Mustang, and I thought that was like the fastest thing in the whole world. But he's gone through his third MT82. So.
All right. So, do you want to try to take some calls? You want to try it?
Yeah.
I think you're ready for it. I just throw a number out there.
Just like going like fire.
I mean, we might as well test everything tonight,
right? If
right?
you guys want to do a call and just give us super chat either to Tunnel Chaser or me. And we'll
Is that how we're gonna do it? We'll do a super chat. What are we gonna do? Whoever pays the super chat.
Yeah, if you want to do a super chat.
But I have to give them their number. Everyone's gonna have the number. If I send him the number.
Yeah, let's do it next because we need to figure out the logistics because I want people to like get overshadowed or not.
Well, I could at least throw the number out there. We'll take a call. I can always burn the number and do a new number.
Okay.
All right. At least try to take a call, and then we'll figure out the logistics. So we can just chat with this. How do you feel about that?
I don't care. Xander 13, he's been begging to call.
All right.
Let's talk to Xander.
All right. Well, I can message Xander, and
do you have his number?
I'll throw it on. I'll do it on Instagram. Xander, go to our group chat. All right.
Go to the StangMode friends group chat.
That's where all his friends are.
And then we'll give you the number to call in. I'm gonna get. Now you watch. I'm getting Xander. So you got RT Life, because Xander's coming. I'm gonna get a big uptick in people watching. If you're going GT, get the auto any year above 2011. You're totally right, A Wheeler.
Did I get kicked out of the group or something? Oh, here we go.
You're still there. I feel so left out.
Who's that?
Somebody, I don't know, B Lightning said I feel so left out. Again, this is dry runs. Marcus Shields, that's awesome. That's so cool to hear people say that I'm the reason you got the 18 because I hope you're enjoying the car and the videos helped you guys in your purchase choice because reviewing things like the 10-speed automatic and just daily driving stuff is important. Okay, we're getting a call in.
All right. Xander's on the phone.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, sir? So you ready to come up to our area in a couple days?
Oh, yeah, man. I can't wait. I'm going to dig through the tools tomorrow, make sure that we don't leave anything behind. So,
just so you guys know, this is Xander 13. Check out his channel. Awesome Mustang content. He had a 2018, and he had put headers on there, and I watched that video. So
Mod to Fame commented and said, looks super professional. Yes, I would agree with that, Mod to Fame. Thank you.
Thank you, Mod to Fame. We went with Texas Speed. That's what Xander 13 had. So, but sadly, before Xander's car got hit by that GMC Sierra, that darn. But anyways, we had planned it over some burgers. I said, why don't you fly down? We'll do some video, and then you can install the headers because you know better than anybody else because I saw your video on it. So he said, why not? So he's coming on Friday. We're going to pick him up from Philadelphia National Airport, and then we're going to install the headers, and he's getting his tools. Anything else that you want to talk about with your...
I want to ask, what car are you driving right now?
What do you say?
What car are you driving?
What car are you driving right now?
He knows the answer. I think he's trolling you right now.
All right, so I'm driving a Kia Soul right now, the base model. Super fast, super awesome. Yeah, probably gonna do somewhat of a funny review on that car. It's not bad, you know. It's a great vehicle. I don't want to offend anybody that actually owns
a great vehicle.
But no, it's fine. You know, it's not. I'm not paying for it. You know, the insurance company is. It was super unfortunate that we got through. It was awesome that we got through Mustang Week, and no fouls, no hiccups, no trouble, nothing like that. And then unfortunately, life does happen. We were about 300 miles away when the accident did happen.
My gosh.
It's something I couldn't just floor it or and drive or reverse because there's cars all around me, and it is what it is. But I've got a video coming up with some updates to the vehicle. But long story short, they are going to do OEM parts. They're going to replace the door and the fender. The car is torn apart right now. I went to the shop, and they've got the front and back bumper off everything because they're going to basically repaint the entire car, pretty much that whole side of it.
So OEM, we're talking straight from Ford, right?
Say again.
OEM straight from Ford, right? You're going to get Ford replacement parts.
So I can barely hear you.
Why am I so bad?
Yeah, what we were going to say was I wish you could just get insurance money and then throw your mods on it.
You could just drive it around with giant dents on it. And can you hear me, Xander?
I called it in the video when I grabbed the GoPro. I didn't have it, the big boy camera, not like that. And then in the video I was like, I think it's about $4,000 worth of damage. And then I talked to him a couple days ago, and that's about what it is right now. So we're at 3,500 right now, and it's going to go up a little bit. So it'll be about that $4,000.
He got really loud. I'm sorry if we're going to run into sound issues.
Who got really loud?
Uh-oh.
So it's funny how the Mustang guy calls, and all of a sudden, Tunnel Chaser messes with the sound, and we can't hear any. I think he did. Are you
the
still
problem
there?
is nobody could hear me. Xander, can you hear me?
Can I hear you?
Yes.
It's muffled.
Really?
It's muffled. Okay.
I guess somehow you already screwed up with the equipment to make sure that nobody could hear me.
Well, listen, I want you guys to stay tuned to Xander's channel. Also, when he comes here, expect a lot of fun content from the install to us all hanging out. I'm sure he'll review things like the Demon or the Vortech, and we're going to have a good time together. So stay tuned for those channels and that good time. And if I don't talk to you by then, brother, safe travels. Keep in touch, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in a couple of days, man.
Yep, I'll see you on Friday.
All right, man. God bless you, bro.
Take care, buddy.
All right. I'll see you.
All right, peace. Yeah, unfortunately, we're having some DJ issues, but we'll go from there.
Okay.
It's pretty cool that we got to check in with two YouTubers like RT Life and Xander 13. What we're trying to do is we'll have people other YouTubers actually here or Skype them in so you can see them and go from there. We just got a comment that we're being heard just perfectly. So,
what about me? How do I sound?
You sound really good.
To us. It's a different feed when it goes to them, so that's why I ask. Mod to Fame is jumping in here, telling me there's too much demon in me. I need to back up from the mic, buddy. I'm trying to mess with the bass. I really like the bass. It gave me
I know, I like the bass.
Yeah.
Because you had this weird, like, sensualness to your voice. Now it's like more like, you know, Papa Bear. And by the way, why is Mod to Fame not on my live stream? What's that about?
Dude, come on, I need all the support I can get.
Where's what's going on now? Is Mod to Fame, did he just finish another Mustang review or what?
I think this is his 5th. He just got done.
Mustang to Fame is his new name.
Mustang to Fame. He did a BMW, and then he just did some. I think he did something on his Porsche.
He said, "I'm here, I'm everywhere." That sounds kind of like scary, but cool at the same time.
That he's everywhere. What's weird is that people are going back and forth between the channels.
Yeah, people. I think. How do you guys have two? You have a phone and a laptop up, and you're just like, you know, playing the piano with different things. But no, Mod to Fame has done a great. His channel's grown a lot recently. With congratulations to him for over 50,000 on his way. So. You know, we'll go from there. Again, guys, this is our first go around, so we're gonna get things linked, all the things, you know, worked out where we can actually have other channels, have more call-ins, but also, most importantly, to have you guys actually call in. So we're looking for that. We'll have a feature, so there'll be a number that you can get with a super chat, so you won't just hear us talking, but we get to actually hear from you all, which should be cool. And just get an opportunity to hear the voices to all the awesome comments that we'll get into, and we'll go from there.
Rex says, I think he's using more auto-tune than Taylor Swift now. I could just get torn up, no matter live or not. People
why?
Are just...
Listen, let's discuss this, okay? Why do people love to tease Tunnel Chaser?
I don't mind. I actually love it because it gives me something to laugh about.
You have the best attitude. Like this guy, I have never seen this guy like really...
Listen, let me tell you a story. This guy, I always thought when I did this, people were going to make fun of my weight and me being partially bald, right? Now, no one has ever made fun of my weight, and one guy made fun of my baldness. And I said, I forget what I said, but something just like, you know, laughing it off. Dude came back later on apologizing about it and telling me how he's bald as well. And it's amazing because I look at it as people just, it's like how we can bullcrap with each other.
Yeah,
I look at it the same way. The comments aren't necessarily always trolls, but it could be just another dude bullshitting with
someone
another dude.
Said take the hat off. That's all you're getting.
That's all you. Super chat.
That's all you're getting. I'm actually letting the hair breathe a little bit tonight, so no hat.
Well, yeah, I mean, you tanner skinned men have beautiful, luxurious hair. Us white dudes.
Yeah. It'll eventually. My defender just said fat boy.
Thanks, buddy. I needed my first one. I see the belly on you, by the way. Don't act like that gym is doing anything for you, all right? He's got a personal trainer now. He's getting into that YouTube life.
I'll tell you what, you know, we'll turn it into a health channel.
No.
We're ordering pizza and you're drinking beers and coffee.
Yes.
So. Us having like vegan burgers or something.
I was thinking of this today. I was like, you know.
Now, I meant to cut you off for a second.
You meant to?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What do you think about that? That Mopar guys are always overweight.
Look, dude. Really?
I don't know. I heard that, and I was like, is that true?
That's messed up.
And Mopar guys are bigger, always bigger. They're bigger dudes because they have to fit in the cars. And like
we have to fill them a little bit better.
Like Chevy and Camaro guys are like little like teeny weeny guys. And then, I told you the Mustang guys are just right. We're just like, what do you call it? Husky. You know?
Oh, so right, I'm fat, you're husky, right?
No, I'm on my way.
Mod Defane said big belly.
Someone said look at demonology. LOL.
Listen, some women love that big belly.
Oh, dad bods are in. Come on now.
I wish. Listen, we just wish they're in. We're wishing them in.
They've been in since I got one.
They're in when you get to like 35 years old, and 35 women are like, yeah, that's good.
In 2 years, this is it. That's all they get. So,
no. What were we talking about? So, what is it? They say every 100 pounds is a tenth of a second.
No, I mean, yeah. If you're
which is a car.
Honestly, if you're doing the weight saving that I keep preaching about, it makes sense for me to lose 30 or 40 pounds just to get that half tenth. But I love, you know, eating pizza and all that kind of good stuff. So I'd rather take out another seat somewhere. But
demonology eating live all the time. I know. Actually, that is like an inside joke all the time. Not inside, but just something I make fun of all the time. But Demonology's live feeds when he's eating. And it's not even him. It's just his hands and his food. Just that's it.
It is funny.
Oh, God bless the dude.
He eats at good places though, so again, thank you. Look at this. 87 people are watching it. 3 hours. I feel like we're doing a telethon. You know what I mean? We are doing a telethon here, ladies and gentlemen, and we're ordering some pizza, and we're doing all this kind of good stuff.
That's great.
We're gonna go live. I think I should go live when I install the Vortech.
Remember, at $50 gets you a StangMode hat.
Oh, signed.
Signed.
Oh, y'all been on. Come on, Steph. You know he said y'all been on for 3 hours. 3 hours and 4 minutes, baby.
You know what though? When you shoot a YouTube video, it's like 8 hours. You know? Like,
oh yeah.
It could be all day. Some videos can be all friggin' day.
All day.
And then you have to edit it, and then you have to re-edit it, and then you have to watch it 15 times to make sure you're not uploading something stupid.
Oh my gosh! You know how many times let's say a 10-minute video, I guarantee I watched it at least 10, 15 times.
Xander wants everybody to know that his channel is Xander13, the guy that called in.
I'm sorry, I
smashed his Mustang.
Automotive. I think he changed the channel name a couple of times because he went from an 18 Mustang to a Hellcat, realized the error of his ways, and went back to a 19 Mustang GT. So, C Money White, what's good, fam? What's good? I think I remember meeting him in Miami.
Man, keep it like this. I love this.
Just more boozy. A lot of people like this format. So
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
I mean, should we on the podcast? Do you guys want us to keep? Yes, error of his ways with the Hellcat. Do you want us to keep ordering food at the end? Like that's what we'll end every podcast. We'll order Chinese next week and. You know, keep doing it, things like that. We got the pizza coming.
Yeah, podcast is awesome. Livecast.
Livecast.
Yeah, I want to call it livecast.
Yeah, again, just so you guys know, we haven't said it enough. The podcast is not officially up, but we'll once we do 3 or 4 episodes, we'll take it and we'll upload it and get it all cleaned up, and we'll have it available on iTunes. Still thinking of a name and all. We're gonna do it, but
I mean, we discussed this before. No one else is doing this. I mean, there are podcasts that are put on. You know, live, but we are essentially going to go with a new format.
Yeah,
I think. It's a pat on the back. I think we're doing live call-ins. We're doing chats. We're doing Skype chats. We're gonna have. I mean, it's all to you. This is your concept, you know. And I just made it happen.
Together. Yeah. I feel like, this is great.
We're gonna have guests. We're gonna in our community too. You know, not.
You know what's gonna be awesome about this? We had this great idea, and someone else is gonna totally steal it. Do it
tomorrow, and then they have like 1 million views.
I know, I'm like this. Oh yeah, yeah. We'd be like, you know how like Facebook was actually 2 dudes at Harvard. And
yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg stole it. It's gonna be those dudes. Like, oh man.
Oh my goodness.
LFP 800 is one Super X fan.
Mod of Fame says, "What car would you replace the Demon with?" That's hard, dude. I say that all the time.
What are your top 5?
Well, I mean, let's do this. Do I want to drive in a straight line or a corner?
Well, you have straight line cars now, so I'm assuming a corner.
I mean, if I was going to go corner, I really, really, really would say GT350R. Or I know a lot of people would hate this, but the Acura NSX, the new one.
The Acura NSX
has to do it all. That's hard. That's tough. GT350 and Acura NSX cannot do straight lines very well.
Because they're not set up for it.
No.
I hate to say it, but you know.
He says Mustang. I mean, GT350R. He likes the NSX. I agree.
Oh, Pizza's here. I never driven an R, so I don't have that experience. I'm sure that if the 350 is that good as what I drove, the R is probably on a whole nother level.
Mod to Fame, have you driven the new NSX? The R? The R is the same thing. It's going to handle in the corners better.
Yeah, because of those carbon.
Yeah. Your car. What is it? Carbon fiber wheels.
Yeah.
Dude, they're like 40 grand or something.
Yeah. It's crazy. Oh, the pizza's here. Yeah, I mean, actually move it. You can bring it in here. Let's bring the pizza in here.
Josh, bring it in here.
We got pizza.
Yeah, I think.
All cheese. Oh, look at this. This is huge.
Good. Josh, grab your food.
Wow.
pull out some.
Pizza.
Are we even like? We have to switch.
Yeah, let's. I'm getting too far from the mic here.
There
Pizza is here.
There's our pizza.
Can people see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
This is pretty freaking big.
This is huge. I feel like we're in like New York style pizza here.
It smells freaking delicious.
Can you see the pizza? I have seen. That is some pizza.
I don't know if Josh is helping us out with plates or something, or
no. I think this is how we should end every podcast, with some meal.
I don't even want to end it.
Well, I'm gonna eat. So I don't want to be talking.
All right, so we're gonna be out.
I think, yeah. Listen, what we're gonna do is we're gonna break bread with one another, and we want to thank you guys for watching so much. And Vin could go longer, but I'm gonna be chewing cheese in your.
Yo, hold on, we got Mod the Fame's calling.
Oh,
should we do it?
All right, hold on.
Let's do it.
Making my pizza cold. We got Mod the Fame calling in. I'm just about to eat pizza and end this thing. What's up,
Mr. Mod the Fame? You're on. Can you hear us?
Definitely NSX, man. That car is sick, bro. It's really fast in the straight line.
I could have swore he was gonna say definitely Mustang GT, because I've seen more Mustang reviews on his channel than mine lately. I tell you what.
Here we go.
Have you driven the new NSX?
Yes, I have. And I didn't even drive like the 200,000 one. I drove the first like cheapest one that they had. You know me and my cheap cars. It was like 163 sticker. Mm-hmm. And the car, I was shocked at the launch of that car. That car is a big monster.
Well, that's what I think it is. It's the launch, but it's dying out up top, and it can corner a little bit better than most cars because of the front electric motors handling like Vortech turning or something.
I think Tunnel Chaser just admitted he's getting NSX. No, the guy knows a lot about that
I did look into it for a minute. It was a possibility.
All the Mopar guys are going to be more upset with you now.
All 10 of them that are watching right now. So, Mod the Fame, since you're calling in, man, other than the NSX input, dude, like what's going on with your channel?
With the channel, man, we realized that we had to go back to our roots, which was we started out doing like modified car reviews and stuff like that, and we kind of got away from it, and just kind of honestly being lazy. Meaning, when I say lazy, I mean it's easy for me to go and pull out one of the cars and shoot a video with one of those cars, but it's not. That's not sustainable for like a long-term growth plan, because I'm not like you guys. You know, I'm not going to the drag strip. You know, and I'm not. I ran right into that one.
Go ahead.
And I'm not modding at the rate that you guys are as far as performance stuff. So it ends up just turning out watching videos of me hanging out. Yeah, it's doing cool stuff, but it's not for the masses. So in order to get back to that, I really focused heavily on moving back toward like modified car reviews. It's something I enjoy doing because it's fun to like drive all these different cars and stuff like that, and all these different types of cars. And I knew specifically if I did a bunch of Mustangs that certain people would be triggered, and you know the Mopar guys would be triggered, and then the Ford guys will be like, yeah, come on over to the dark side.
Well, I watched them all. They were good videos. Really nice Mustangs, and I appreciate you going out of your comfort zone and jumping into the most popular sports car in the world. And
yeah, that's the thing for me, man. I don't like have an allegiance to any brand per se. Mm-hmm. Only thing that I have allegiance to is what is the most value that I can get for my dollar. And in my opinion, Mustangs do that extremely well, but in my opinion, the perception of people is that a Hellcat is more special than a Mustang. So
it's more exclusive, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So for that reason, I'm like, do I spend a few more dollars, get that exclusivity, and have a really, really, really fast car from the beginning, and just do the things that I like to do to it, and have that. And then on the other side, look at my own garage, right? I got the Hellcat, and then I have a car that's nothing like that car, which is the Porsche Panamera, which is a doctor or dentist's car.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question then. Would you consider getting the new Shelby GT500? Because you're talking about exclusivity, and like moniker, that's something that will carry its value, but also no one will mistake that, you know.
Give me an estimate of how much that car is going to cost.
Well, it's going to start around high 70s, top out at 90, but with upmarks you're in the 120, 150 range.
Yeah.
So you think that's going to be it's probably going to end up being like a $90,000 car with options?
Yeah, like if you get it for sticker, but everyone's going to upmark at like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000.
And you wait
a year. Absolutely no. I would never pay. I would never pay over sticker. But let's say it was sticker and it's $90,000. I don't think so, man. Because I can't see myself spending $90,000 on any American car that is not a Corvette or a Viper.
So you'd go C8 or something like that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I would go with a slower car that has a bigger perception, because there's always, in me, there is a slight bit of shallowness that
no.
I gotta be able to pull up and impress.
No, you're right. I see what you're saying. You know, I think what happens is when you are in the circles that that I like to hang out in the Mustang community, that the Shelby GT500 is it encompasses those intangibles. Of course, when you go to like different meets with like, all these exotics, it's not going to be as prevalent, but that is still the halo car for the Mustang community. So, I can see your point for a person who likes all cars to say, I wouldn't spend X amount of dollars on a Mustang, but unfortunately, that car would probably be sold out. Like, people are going to buy it like hotcakes. Yeah, because it is going to. But
no, 100%, man. And those are the true enthusiasts. And because Mustang has such a rich history in this country, there are always going to be a line out of the door for any new Mustang that comes out. It just has that level of following.
It has a huge following. Mustang is one of the biggest. I mean, there is no following like Mustang. I would think Corvette would be next.
The thing with Corvette is that it's not as accessible to a younger community as the Mustang is. Yeah. Because you have the V6 and the EcoBoost now.
Yeah, it's true.
Because for insurance purposes, a lot of kids 18 to 25.
I was thinking GT and Stingray. They kind of.
Well, that's like the community of that watches a lot of YouTube channels is still young kids. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the views when I had the EcoBoost were like younger kids because they were like, "Oh, I'm 22, but I can't afford a GT yet. Let me see what the EcoBoost does. Let me see what the V6 does.
I can lease this one for $150 a month or something."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and those actually sell. I think Camaro did a video because they have a Turbo 4 too. Those are their hot sellers. People don't really buy ZL1s and 01s like you think.
Well, they're the flagships.
Yeah, it's the V6 rental car fleets, things of that nature. But this pizza's smelling delicious.
I know.
By the way, listen, Steph, we want to have, this is our first trial run, so eventually we want to have obviously YouTubers in here with us or Skype you guys. So we're doing a trial run, so we'd love to have you again. If you guys don't know Mod to Flame vlog, go check it out. Great guy.
Man, listen, I think this is awesome. As soon as I saw it, I commented right away. I was like, "Oh, this is so dope! It's so professional." I mean, I can't wait to see more because specifically, you StangMode, you're doing a great job of
Thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks
with a lot of different people.
Thank you, and big ups to Tunnel Chaser because
don't give me the pity support. All right.
No,
I don't want the pity support.
No. I was gonna give you your props next.
Okay, God. I'm waiting. StangMode, be quiet. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He's thinking. As for Vince,
he's thinking.
He's twisting the towel.
His level of commitment that is easy to see. The first time I met this guy, he drove over 3 hours. Now at the time, what did you have at the time? 3,000 subs? 1,800
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. About 1,000, 1,500, something like that, probably.
It was a long time ago. So
maybe
I'm
3,000.
This guy really drove his demon over 3 hours. And you talking about at the time, I mean, this car was still really new. And he drove it all that way just to create the content for you guys. And he's still pushing forward and stuff like that. And the thing that I like about Vinny the most, it's not like fake. Like he's just he's like a whatever type of dude. Like, yeah, sure, whatever, whatever I can do.
No, that part I appreciate, because I really don't, I'm an idiot on camera, off camera, and I try not to be fake at all.
He's always been the same person. I mean, the first time we met, I was like, yo, so you think you're gonna be able to beat Cheapo Kitty? He was like, he just looked at me like I had 8 heads. Like, what kind of question is that?
No, but even still, we did run on that Mexico airstrip, and I said to you, I think it's going to be kind of the same. I think highway pulls are going to be kind of the same. They kind of were, and I think the Hellcat versus Demon, your gearing is different, and I obviously wasn't running in drag mode, but the Hellcat is a substantial car. We ran on I don't know if you ever saw that video, StangMode, but we ran quite a few times on an airstrip, which is friggin' awesome. They have a little setup up there or down there in Mexico, and Cheapo Kitty, he can bang those gears. I love it.
The thing is, it's rare to see a Hellcat with a stick shift that still does its thing, because everyone goes to the automatic. How
is your transmission surviving? Because if I watch your videos of you banging gears, I feel like all the gears should be destroyed at this point, including the clutch.
No, man. From what I understand, they built a pretty strong transmission when they built it for the Viper, because that's the transmission that's in the Hellcat. Is the when they built it for the 640 horsepower that the Viper had, they beefed it up, pretty well. So as far as survival, I mean, it's been pretty damn good. Like, initially I had the issue with the pressure plate when we found out it was just the springs in the pressure plate that made it seem like my clutch was
slipping. That's right, because you did say you had some slippage when we were doing.
But ever since we straightened out, realigned the springs, I haven't had any issues. And granted, I don't launch the car, so because I don't launch the car with drag radials, I'm pretty sure that would do the trick. But I guess it's a little exclusive here. We finally about to put a tune on Cheapo, and yeah.
Oh, and you're borrowing something from me as well, right?
Pulley, tires, tune. What's up?
So I'm gonna do it step by step. Okay. I'm gonna start out with
I'm gonna just that content rolling.
Because a lot of people, everyone with those cars, they just drop it off. They automatically do tune, pulley, injectors.
Yeah.
I want to do a step by step to show what each mod.
Yeah, but how can you do a pulley without a tune?
He's going to document step by step. I don't know. Then that'd be cool. I would like to see a tune and then a pulley and then a tire. Yeah.
So you're going to go tune and then pulley, tune, and then injectors. Right. Well, you have to do injectors with the pulley.
Yeah,
right.
Well, there'll be one.
Not if you do not if you do a 285. You don't have to do
okay.
If you tune it right, you don't have to do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do tune, then pulley, then injectors with a 275.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool. I would love to see her run after that.
Oh, it's once they do that, they're like what? They're like 1,000 horse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. From what I understand, pulley, tune, injectors on those cars, you're at 800. To the wheel,
which is like 1,000 crank, almost. Yeah. Awesome.
And we'll just round it up to 1,000 as everybody else would. Yeah,
it'll be legendary.
I am not doing that. 1,000. And you don't start no trouble. I already got in trouble once already for that, so we'll leave that alone.
So you're coming to the call out, right?
When is this announcement happening?
We don't. Everyone's waiting for it. Everyone knows about it, but there's no formal announcement from the man, so we're waiting.
Well, I mean, I should have it tuned in time, and I already told Vinny I need to borrow his drag radials, his stock Nitto NT05s.
Yeah,
those are great tires. I use them to beat you.
Someone actually asked 2 pulleys, so he's going to be swapping.
Nice.
You're going to go from one larger pulley to a smaller pulley, but what about the lower pulley? You going to do a lower pulley?
No, I'm not going to do a lower pulley to start with. Eventually, I probably will, but first I'm going to do, like I said, tune, then pulley, VIN injectors.
Yo, I'm getting nervous out here. I'm over here excited. I'm finally getting some more power. These guys doing all this other stuff.
Well, that's the thing with the Hellcats and the demons and all that, man. You just slap some pulleys on it, you're destroyed.
Yeah, easy power, man.
All
easy
right,
power.
you know, well, listen, we'll do what we have to do, man. We got to keep doing it.
Well,
so Boosted F-150 just commented, sounds like Cheapo Kitty and Undertaker will get a good run. At the drag strip, sure, but on the streets, the video will show tomorrow.
Oh,
I got that.
Hold on.
Oh wait, did you work with Boosted?
Did you guys already do some?
Oh, I gapped that ass on the street.
Oh,
oh man. Everybody in StangMode's channels is gonna come over with hatred right now.
The video will show it tomorrow that I gapped that ass on the street.
You saw what his video did on my channel. Hope you get the same kind of love.
Oh, you know what's weird?
Love that car.
Boosted, I know you're listening. You better start pumping out videos, man, because your channel just went crazy.
This dude's it took me like 2 years to get 5,000 subs. This dude got it in a couple months. I'm expecting the video
Not
a
even a couple months, man. He went from 300 to 5,000 in a couple days.
People love his truck so much. It's man, it's amazing. But it is an awesome truck, and I've never felt a car that quick off the line in my life. Like, that was just amazing.
It literally hurt my head. My head hit the headrest so hard. It hurt my head.
It is amazing because it's 4-wheel drive. It's a 4-wheel drive Mustang with the weight of a demon.
Absolutely.
I'm not even talking trash. I'm just it weighs as much as a demon. And it's 4-wheel drive.
Well, it doesn't weigh as much as a demon.
4,400 pounds.
Yeah, but demon weighs 41 basically.
Okay, all right.
That's a good difference, man.
No, it is. It is 200 pounds on the nose. Yeah. Listen, I'm trying to get this pizza, but I wanted to make sure we gave respect to the man Mod of Fame because he called in.
Appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, oh, definitely. We got mad love for each other, and big fan. We're always supporting each other. I'm
waiting for the wedding.
Definitely go check out Mod of Fame vlogs. They really do a great job with their editing and just they keep pumping out great content that I can't keep up.
I'll go back to the comments now talking shit. I'll talk to you later.
We're out anyway, man. We're out.
We're gonna end the vlog here by eating our pizza. But I just want to thank you guys who stayed on 3.5 hours.
We can't watch you guys eat pizza.
We actually got a lot of comments asking us just to stay on and eat pizza.
Let's eat the pizza and we'll end it that way.
We're gonna eat the whole entire?
No, we'll take a bite and then sign off.
Oh my god!
All right, man, let's do it.
He left.
Yeah, because he probably has pizza waiting. This pizza look. You can't smell it, guys, but the pizza's just been calling me. With every next comment, I'm been rating for this. You can see I don't know if you can see the goodness here. All right, I'm over here showing it. Mm-hmm.
How's that sound?
There's actually channels where people are just chewing.
There is.
I love it.
One chick has 1 million subs with that.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, and I appreciate the support. And as you all know, it never ends.
And my name is Vincent, and this is the YouTube channel Tunnel Chaser. Thank you for watching. I hope you come back for the next podcast. Take care now.